Wah! Yahoo! Hello everyone. Hello. How's the mic volume today? because I was listening to my VOD yesterday and I was like, why was I so loud the entire time? Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome to class. It's Tuesday, innit? It's Tuesday and it's after an office day. I'm a little tired, but we're gonna be doing some chill art today. You guys can hear me, right? You guys can hear me? Let's see who's in the classroom today. Hello, hello. I saw that Matthew was here before. Yeah. Saribot, our rock. A pull in first. Yes. Folk, you got your sticker. Fugubi, hello, you got your sticker. The UI always confuses me because there's chats above the red line. Yeah, I feel like it's I know sometimes Gojikins and Ghosty, they like put some secret messages in chat. They're sneaking around doing things before class starts. I see them. And then sometimes Matthew will also be sounding off. He'll be like, I'm here, but his way of doing it is ah. Let's see. Sotenbori, hello. Welcome. You got your sticker. Gojikins, hello. Apolin, hello. Testosterone, hello. Good evening. Haven't been able to drop in a while, but happy to lurk tonight. Yeah, I always appreciate the lurkers, the VOD watchers, the folks that are in chat, the folks that are just in and out. I appreciate you regardless. You know, it's just like a real classroom where you have your folks that are like, you know, they're yapping. They're either yapping, you know, to get attention or to contribute to the topic at hand. Either way is good with me. But there's always the quiet ones, you know, they're lurking. They're still learning, you know. They're still receiving the information, you know. But yeah, I always appreciate beeplebees. Hello. Welcome. Oh no, Gojikins already got started with the bombs. Mic is alright if compared to system volume, a little lower, but not bad at all. I am the Sticker Lord! We would never! I did put down the gain right before I started, so let me put it back up. Just a smidge. There we go, even I can hear myself this time. I'm looking at like the little like audio bar and I'm in the yellow. I'm securely in the yellow, you know. I'm also distancing myself from the mic. So sometimes it's a little bit below the yellow, but you guys let me know if I'm too loud, too soft, vice versa, you know? How you guys doing? Okay, it seems like we caught up to chat, so let's go ahead and get to class. It sounds good. Was a solid smidge. Julian, hello. Hi, teach. Hello. You got your sticker. Hello. Let's get to class, shall we? Let's get to class. Hello. Wait, why isn't my tracking's on? Why isn't uh-oh, she's still is a leave. I'm telepathically talking to you guys. Wait, why isn't my tracking working? I should have checked this beforehand. I just assumed that it would work. Okay. Let's give me a second. Let's see what's up here. Okay, says that the server is online. Am I connected to that server? Connect, please. Connect. Mayhaps it is the Wi-Fi. Mayhaps the could not connect. No. Give me a second. It was a misinput. It's trying to connect. If it doesn't work this time, we'll just PNG it. We'll just go back to old PNGinka. See, I thought I was all ready. I was like, set up my tracking during the ad break, you know, but it didn't count. It didn't. Alright, it doesn't look like it's connecting, so we're PNG today. Let me just get that program started up. I can't believe Binka changed her Wi-Fi password in Fergor. Misinput. I know you can read my I know you can read my thoughts, chat. If I find out you cut class, your ass is mine. That's right, Babinkubs. I think things I'd never say. You know, I've been on a Simpsons like binge, like not a binge. I actually haven't been watching it. I've been watching a lot of YouTubers that talk specifically about the Simpsons. I've been watching that, and I started watching a video on couch gags, Simpsons couch gags, and I legit actually started getting emotional at some of them. Oh, there we go. I'm back into existence. There we go. I need you guys to see my cool floaties, so let me put the desk away. Cats can stay, though. Cats can stay on top of the floaty. There you go. They're with me on the floaty. Oh, and then I think I turned off the option for you guys to flood the classroom, so let me go ahead and flood it myself. There you go. For some summer vibes. Some summer vibes. Let's see. Teacher, you need to temporarily ban folks so I can beat them in the stick account? I mean, because they were late to class? Get to also, did you get, I don't know who, like, I know that there are some diehard Simpsons fans here, just like me. But every time I say, let's get to class, that's actually, like, the way I, like, say it is based on, oh my god, what episode was it? I feel like it was, like, a season 1 episode. But it was, like, it was either Miss Krabappel or someone else saying, like, get to class! I feel like it was, like, one of the early seasons, but let me go back to my point once I've set up some music. I was listening to Regloss. So, let me put on some music. I was listening to this on the bus home from the orifice. There we go. Let's see. Cute floaty, thank you. Like Church Chungus? Yeah, I feel like maybe he would know where that's from, because it's something that when I was a kid, my mom in order to when she was like wanted to get stuff done and not have me lingering around her, she would just put on this VHS of like not even the official Simpsons VHS. She put on like a record, like she recorded the episodes on a VHS, and you could tell because it was still like commercials and there was like all the what is it, the noise and sound and stuff. She would put that on and it was like the same 5 episodes. It was the episode with Itchy and Scratchy Land. It was the like season 1 episode where I think they have a babysitter and it's like weirdly well animated for some reason. No, wait, it's not that episode. It's the episode where Mr. Burns has like a party for all of his employees, and you see characters that you're never gonna see again in The Simpsons in that one. It was that episode. It was the Itchy and Scratchy Land one. So it was like a mix of seasons. What else? It was the Bart ditching class, the one that Folk just quoted in the chat. The like, I know you can read my minds, boy. Meow 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 meow. It's the episode where Bart skips class and Principal Skinner like goes after him. And there's like a scene that I remember as a kid being like, whoa, what the heck? It's where like Bart is like, he sees that Skinner is chasing him, he crosses a river, and Skinner just like, he like goes into the river and out the river like without swimming. He's just walking through the river with this like Terminator face. And I just remember, like, that whole exchange, and also the, Chowder! Chowder! It's Chowder! Get it right! Oh no, it's Chowder! Chowder! It's Chowder! Get it right! So it was, like, that episode, like, so, like, those episodes, and then there were a couple of other ones, but, though, like, quotes from those 3 episodes are, like, embedded in my head. More so the Itchy and Scratchy one and the ditching one. Oh my god, what was it? Like, I know you can read my thoughts, chat. If I find out you cut class, your ass is mine. That's right. I think things I'd never say. Let's see, you did? I was looking for it. Bart, I know that you're me doth meow 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 meow. Yeah, exactly, that one. Exactly, but hello everyone, hello. I didn't even do my intro, but hello. It's me, Babinka Bear, your local sun bear, art history teacher, and educational streamer. Also, where's my Spotify thing? It's not picking up my musica. There we go. Intimidation check was successful. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, so lately I haven't been watching The Simpsons, but I've been watching YouTubers that just talk about The Simpsons. And it's a nice, like, you know, walk down memory lane, but they also talk about the newer seasons, and it seems like The Simpsons, you know, it had its period. Like, a lot of Simpsons fans would like to say that there was, like, the golden era when it was quote-unquote good, and it is, I say quote-unquote, but it is good. Like, if you go back and watch a lot of those episodes, they hold up. But then afterwards, hello, Heavily Salted Fish. Hello, C-May. Nice to see ya. We're talking about the Simpsons. The Simpsons. So after the golden era, which, like, people argue on whether it starts at, like, you know, season 6 to, like, season 11. I think I was still watching up until, like, season 11, 12. I would say that it was still pretty good, at that point. And then afterwards, you did see kind of, like, a drop in, not really quality, but, like, a lot of the Simpsons jokes would depend on, not jokes, but, like, the gimmicks. The episode of the day would depend on, like, a guest star, where it's, like, there's always a scene where, like, like, one of the members of the Simpsons or the whole family will say in unison the guest star. They'll be like, Lady Gaga, Ryan Seacrest, like, stuff like that. And, like, a lot of Simpsons fans consider that to be kind of like a downturn. But a lot of people who, like, still kept on watching it, once you get, like, later and later, like, into the, I remember I had a coworker that said, like, even up until into the 2010s, it started to get good again. And then now in the 2020s, I'm seeing a lot of people say that, like, actually, like, there are some things that haven't, you know, the humor isn't the same as the golden era, but it is getting better. Like, they're definitely getting a little bit more avant-garde. They're getting a little bit more, like, playful. Because one of the big things is that The Simpsons is on what's called a floating timeline. So, back when I was a kid, whenever there's a flashback to Homer and Marge's past, it takes place in the 70s. Like, it's very much very 70s, like, with their hair, with what music they listen to and what they reference, it's 70s. But once you get into, like, the 2010s, whenever there's a flashback with Homer and Marge, it's the 90s. And it's very squarely the 90s. So that was, like, a big critique, is like, oh, why is it a floating timeline, you know? But it's kind of the only solution, not the only, but, like, it's the solution the producers came up with, because The Simpsons had been running for so long, you know? But now they're kind of being playful about it. Like, there was I don't know if it's like a Treehouse of Horror. I actually didn't watch the episode, but there is a Treehouse of Horror, or a non-canonical episode, where there's, like, an amusement park where it's, like, animatronic Simpsons, and it's just them recreating a lot of their scenes from the golden era. And, like, you know, there's, like, audiences being like, oh, he's saying the thing, and then, like, the robots start to kind of gain sentience, and they're like, wait, I'm just, like, a robot that's just been repeating the same thing over and over. And it's like, you know, it's the series can only do that because it's run so long, you know. So if we're talking about the Samsons, we would be remiss not to mention Brock Samson. Oh my god, that too, from the Venture Brothers. Me and Beans, like, we've marathoned the Venture Brothers, I think twice by this point. It's always so good. Like, the scene where Brock... the boys were kidnapped by that one blonde woman who thought that she was their mom. I think you know the scene I'm talking about. The one where he's just standing in the middle of the road, and then he just adjusts himself and launches himself into the oncoming car, into the, like, incoming car. Yeah, he sits into the car. Yeah. That one was so funny. Like, that one kills me every time. Let's see what folks saying. Look, it's guest star that was hyped up in the ads all week and has literally 3 seconds of screen time. For real, like, I didn't actually realize this as a child, but a lot of the there were guest stars in like the golden era, but they wouldn't be portraying themselves. It wouldn't be like, oh my god, it's Lady Gaga portraying Lady Gaga. They would be portraying like another character, like a guest character. Like, and it happened a lot too. Like the, another episode that was on that VHS that my mom played for me a lot was the one where Lisa has a new classmate that is basically smarter than her, or like she's more, you know, like outstanding than her. And that's a I don't, unfortunately I'm really bad with celebrity names, but that's a guest star. But you know, I think it's Meryl Streep actually, now that I think about it. It's someone big, because I remember watching one of the YouTube videos being like, oh, that character probably doesn't show up again because the money it would take to like hire Meryl Streep again would be insane. Some of the voices are getting rough though. I can't watch current Mr. Burns clips. Harry Shearer going close to Mr. Burns' age, and you can tell, yeah. For Marge and for Ned, and Marge especially, it's hard to listen because like that voice actress has to constantly do kind of like a creaky voice, and you can tell that it's taken a toll on her voice. And like I love Marge's voice. I love all the voice actors, don't get me wrong. This isn't me trying to shade them, but it's more so like I feel bad because you could tell that like years, literal decades of voice acting has taken like such a big toll. Because recently there was on Twitter like a clip of Marge and Flanders talking to each other, and it's like a recent clip. It's like, oh my gosh, their voices have gotten so much deeper and like coarser. I haven't listened to Mr. Burns though. I haven't listened to that one lately. And the mom arms the boy. Yeah. Oh my god, Venture Brothers is just so funny. Like, if we're talking about shows that like if we're talking about how like The Simpsons has gone on for so long that it can be a little avant-garde and it can be kind of playful with its lore, Venture Brothers was kind of that from the get-go. Ooh, what's this song? Oh, it's by Hajime. Another song that not another song, another series that has also become very, it was always kind of like playful with its lore, but I remember South Park. South Park has always been very avant-garde. It's always been pretty out there, but I remember, if you guys are old enough to remember, like one of the very first and most like obvious gimmicks of the show was Kenny dying every single episode, and that was just treated as like a gimmick, right? Like every episode he's gonna die, and then I want to say, I don't remember if it happened in the 2000s or the 2010s, but there was an episode where that became a lore, like there was a lore explanation for why that happens and why everyone forgets about it the next day. I'm not gonna spoil it, but like, I don't know, I just thought that was really cool. Like they took something that started out as a gimmick and they turned it into like an actual part of the story. And that was, I don't know, that was like, whoa, that's like kind of crazy, you know? And I just kind of look forward to the day. Well, not even look forward, because I feel like The Simpsons has done that already with the whole like animatronic episode. Once again, I haven't seen the episode, but just from like the previews I've seen, it's like, oh, that's pretty neat. But I do kind of look forward to like maybe a canonical episode of The Simpsons where they like talk about that. Other than, I know the diehard Simpsons fans are gonna be like, actually, the 133rd episode special where like what is it, Behind the Laughter? Like Behind the Laughter tried to show it as like, oh yeah, they're just like actors on a show, you know? But I don't know, like I look forward to like if there's ever gonna be an episode where it's like, yeah, there's a lore reason why, you know, Homer and Marge's backstory went from the 70s to the 90s, you know? Instead of it just being like, that's just how the production was, you know? So, oh my god, they killed Kenny, you bastard! Suddenly Rat's dragging him off for real. I think it's funny that Johnny Quest is, yeah, he's canon in the Venture Brothers universe, yes! And he's like miserable, right? Like he's like miserable, and even though like, what is it? Rusty Venture is supposed to be like a Johnny Quest, you know, analog, but Johnny Quest is also in the show. I think there's also, and it's funny because it's actual Johnny Quest, but they won't use actual Scooby-Doo. Like they had like their own analog for Scooby-Doo and the gang, and the Mystery Gang, right? The Mystery Machine Gang. But instead they used like analogs for them. They didn't use like the actual Scooby-Doo, which I thought was funny. That wasn't that during the superhero story for the kids? So I'm trying to remember like what I was talking about. Was this when we were talking about Simpsons? I know I'm like going through like 30 topics within like 5 minutes. Did you ever hear the French voice of Marge and Homer? They sound great. Yeah, I keep hearing that the Latin American, because they have like the Castilian Spanish from like Europe, but then they also have like the Mexican, or rather the Latin American Spanish dub, and like I keep seeing like clips from the Spanish dub, and it just sounds like so funny because I remember seeing a video about like the Spanish voice actor for Homero, and he said that like some jokes in the English version don't translate well into Spanish, so he has to kind of like make up new ones. Like there's one where I think the English joke was like, "Sweet motherly crap, what did you do to my car?" And then in the Latin American version one, I think he says something like, "I've become a monkey." Like I'm a like, I don't know the actual like Spanish like word that he used, but it sounded pretty funny. The only person who actually cares about Johnny is his old arch villain. Dude, I love the whole like dynamic of like the villains and the heroes. Or like the arching thing in Venture Brothers. Shiofi, hello. We're talking about like 3 different things. We're talking about The Simpsons, and then a little bit of Venture Brothers, and then a little bit of South Park. And we're just talking about all of the, you know, cartoons that millennials like grow up with. I read that as Johnny Test. I never watched Johnny Test, but that's one of the cartoons that my my little brother, there were things, you know, like if you have younger siblings and you like watch over them, sometimes you like, I don't know, it's like a second degree, I guess, watch them. Because for my little brother Ashano, his hyperfixation when he was a kiddo, or the thing that he was really into as a kiddo, was the Cars franchise, like the Pixar Cars franchise. So he used to collect the little like, you know, Hot Wheels style actual like cars from the Cars franchise, and I think he used to collect Hot Wheels too. Hot Wheels. But like he would play that on repeat, so I would just remember like all the songs, all the scenes and stuff. South Park with the with the Kenny Lord. Yeah, you're right. It was the superhero episode. That I love that arc too, and that's why I also like the video game, the Stick of Truth. And I didn't actually play the, what is it, the something butthole. Like, I didn't play it, but I remember liking Stick of Truth a lot. But yeah, it was the superhero episodes. The arching system is so funny. You can tell which devs actually put in work when they actually edit the script. Some of them just directly translate the joke and it no longer makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I actually just saw, if any of you have Instagram, IG, I follow an account called Simpsons Panoramas. And they're like, what is it? Instagram Reels actually does, they do like, there's a couple of videos that go over like how different jokes are translated. I think it's pretty neat. Exactly, Matthew, the fractured butthole. I love Johnny Test as a kid. The reboot was so bad. They kept on adding random one-off characters every episode. Oh no. Like Johnny Test is the one with like the kid with the blonde hair and he has like twin sisters, right? And the dog. I just remember like that was not past my time, but it was like that would have been like my little brother's like TV show love, you know. But going back to like The Simpsons, because I started watching these YouTubers who, they just talk about The Simpsons. There was one who talked about couch gags. So if you didn't grow up with The Simpsons, or if you don't know what I'm talking about, not every episode, but like a lot of the episodes have what's called a couch gag, where like in the intro, there's a scene where the family is running towards their couch to watch the TV, and that's the start of like the episode. But even since like season 1, they would have some kind of gimmick where it's like, oh, they run into the house and the couch is gone, you know? Like a lot of the season 1 gimmicks were like pretty simple. It's like, oh, the couch gallops away, or they sit in the couch and they sink into the couch, you know. And then slowly over time, each of these couch gags would get a little bit more elaborate, and sometimes they would actually use that because like the episode itself was short, so they would play like a long couch gag. And then if the episode was long, they just wouldn't even play the couch gag. But yeah, over time they started to get like more and more like experimental, to the point where you have guest animators, you have cameos from other shows. I think there was like a Robot Chicken one, there was a Rick and Morty one, and the ones that are done by guest animators are like usually really, really good. And there are a few that actually like got me really emotional. If like some of you might have been keeping up with The Simpsons, like up until now, you probably know what I'm talking about, but there's one that is very like weird at first, because it's like future Simpsons, but like the more you think about it, the more sad it gets, because it goes into that whole theme of like The Simpsons has been running for so long that like I guess the theme for one, well, we can even watch it if we want, you know. Today's a just chatting stream, it doesn't strictly have to be art, but there's one that's just like really weird. Maybe I should just show it to you guys, but let me catch up on chat first. I saw the clip that showed different dubs for the bit where Barney does flips saying, yeah, I was a very model of a modern major general. And then like Homer does like, there once was a man from Nantucket. Oof. Some dubs understood the assignment, replaced it with a local tongue twister. Some were lazy and just translated major general. I don't think I saw that one yet, but I do see those clips where they like compile all the different dubs to see if they like did the joke or not. There was a Johnny Test reboot. I didn't even watch the original, so this is news to me as well. The talking cartoon I missed, Generator Rex. I don't think I've heard of that one, Generator Rex, but yeah, I'll show you guys the Simpsons couch gag that hopefully having it in my stream and my VOD isn't gonna freaking have Fox just like blow up my channel, you know, but well, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, I was planning on doing some wiggly paint today, but we'll see. We'll see. The YouTubes. Simpsons couch gag. Oh, this one is like this one. That's not even a couch gag. It's a, I don't know. It's scary. Wait, the Lazy Rider one is so good. It's this one. It's this one. Okay, give me a second. The YouTubes. The Japanese version of the Japanese version sounds like the VA. The VA's fighting for his life. Hello, Fox. She's doing it again. Let me turn off the music. Okay, it's this one. Oh, that was loud. Look, it's like the Tracy Ullman shorts. I'm gonna let y'all watch it first, and then I'll go into the why it kind of makes me sad. The Samsons, episode number 164.775. I am Simpson. I am Simpson. Don't have cow, man. Memories. I'll never forget you. part where it goes into the actual intro reminds me of, since we were just talking about Venture Brothers, it reminds me of the where like the craziest thing will happen and then it just cuts to the So I kept somewhat quiet during that because I'm fully prepared in the VOD to cut out this entire section, or else Fox is gonna personally come to my apartment and like try to hunt down the bile in my body. No. Oh, Orlando, hello. As you can see, we're talking about The Simpsons. I was just playing a couch gag that like is at first glance very like strange, right? But it makes me sad. Should have kept muttering audio jungle, audio jungle, audio jungle. But yeah, like the whole thing with that is that like I think it is, you guys were mentioning rejected animations. It is made by that guy, and the whole thing is like this, if you think about it with the theme of like The Simpsons going on for so long that the characters are no longer themselves, they're just like kind of flanderized, which by the way, that's where that term comes from. Flanderized, like almost like essentialized versions of themselves where they just say their catchphrases, you know? Like it's almost like they devolved into like being these complex characters into like these kind of, you know, one note things, like not even characters, they're just blobs, right? And then when Homer says like I have memories, and he's like thinking back on like these past episodes that are still the future for us, but these moments where like Marge is saying like I still love you, Homer, and we are happy family. And then this part where it's like these blobs, and the Marge blob is saying I'll never forget you, and then like he sees like his present where, you know, all his family is just like these things. It like actually made me sad to think about. And what didn't help is if you go to the comments, like it gets worse. It gets worse. Someone said something like, I'll never forget you, knowing that, you know, the still love you Homer made me so sad. But yeah, like just thinking about it made me so sad. And there's actually like, this person did like a little short video essay on like the themes of the guy who did rejected animations. Like a lot of his animations go into things like losing your identity and like, this theme of like, oh, let's say that someone becomes immortal, like they can't die, or like their memories or their body can't die, but at what cost, you know? Are you still yourself? So yeah, let me catch up on chat. Let's see. Generator Rex was right up there with OG. Oh, Ben 10, that one I watched a little bit of because my brother watched it too. Secret Saturdays, I actually don't remember that. The Japanese one had him repeating sumo momo 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 no uchi until the time was filled. Sumo momo momo no uchi. Generator Rex was a cartoon about a teen superhero able to control time machine and fuse, and they were an episode. Oh, with Ben 10. Okay. Oh, so that's why Fugubi also said that, right? Ben 10. If I remember right, this was done by the guys that did, yeah, rejected cartoons, rejected animation. Yeah, the My Spoon is Too Big. Yeah, it's that same exact guy. It felt like an Adult Swim skit. Yeah. So like all this, like it looks very avant-garde, but just like the idea of like, oh, they're not themselves anymore. So like I get sad. It's also because I get sad because it's also like I'm only a little bit younger than The Simpsons, you know? The Simpsons started running in 1987. I was born 3 years later, 1990. So like however old The Simpsons is however old I am by like a couple of years off, you know. Or the Tracy Ullman shorts were like in 1987, but I think the show proper was like 1990, right? So it's about the same age as me. So thinking about all the themes in The Simpsons and like applying it to myself too, I get a little poignant. Listening to the stream on my ride home from work and fighting for my life to not text and drive. Oh no! To join in on the conversation. It was a big part of, yeah, the non-cable childhood. I 100% feel that, testosterone. Going either staying home from school and like you don't have anything to watch, so you just have the Maury Show or Jerry Springer or Montel, you know. You know, and then like the evening watches would be like The Simpsons, King of the Hill, Malcolm in the Middle, then The Simpsons again. Mookie Sticks, hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Cronenberg Owen, hello. Like Bazinga? Oh jeez. I never watched what's it called? Big Bang Theory? There was a guy who I've mentioned him here and there, but there was a guy who like um he used to have like a big crush on me in middle school. We continued being friends into like my 20s, and um I don't know, there's a lot of things that he liked that unfortunately like is spoiled for me now because I didn't like that guy that much. But oh, and hello, yeah, so we're talking about The Simpsons. We're talking about like this couch gag that made me sad, but it goes into like I said, the themings of, you know, when a series, when something has gone on for this long, how do you keep that identity, right? PBS, oh my gosh, I also, yeah, PBS, Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales. It's almost time for Dragon Tales. Come along, take my hand. Let's all go to Dragonland. I still don't have cable, that's fair. I think this gag, and by some extension The Simpsons in general, is such an interesting case study of how little essence of a character you can capture while still keeping them recognizable. Yeah, exactly, like, that's definitely the big thing with this couch gag, is the whole, like, they've become, like, I can't even say one note, they've become, like, this version of themselves that is just, like, their essence and not at the same time, you know? Like, it's just them saying their catchphrases. Or in Lisa's case, it's not even her catchphrase. It's like based off of, or I'm pretty sure it's based off of that one really good episode from like the Golden Era where it was like the substitute teacher, and she gave him he gave her a note that just said, "You are Lisa Simpson." You know, I am Simpson. So she's just repeating that. He's saying, "Don't have Cowman," which, you know, he didn't. I don't know. Feel free to correct. The super fans can correct me, but like he used to say that a lot in like the initial seasons, but. I don't know. Does he still say it? You know, like, I wouldn't say that that's his catchphrase anymore. Yeah, eat my shorts. I used to have, I think, I don't know if I still have it, if my mom kept it, but I had a Bart doll. It was a pretty big one, too. I had a Bart doll that had, like, the little string on the back that if you pull the string, he says something, and it was like, "Don't have a cow, man. Eat my shorts." But I remember I played with it so much as a kid that by the time I was in like elementary or middle school, if you pulled it, it was like a fast version. It was like, "Don't have a cow, man. Eat my shorts. Eat my shorts." But did you do the Bart, man? I was too young for that. I don't think I ever caught that commercial. But I do remember like the urban legends that like, oh, was it like Michael Jackson who made it? And I think it was like somewhat recently revealed that he did have a part in like, he didn't sing it, but he had a part in, I think, composing the song. I think. But this couch gag made me sad, and then there's one that made me more like less sad and more poignant. Which I'll show you. The song has actually been stuck in my head all day. But before we do that, I want to show you guys the Lazy Rider one because I think it's really neat. So this one's not sad at all. It's quite epic, actually. It's quite epic. The Lazy Rider couch gag. I'm gonna try to not talk that much because I might have to cut this out of the VOD. Or should I just mutter audio jungle, audio jungle? Wow, the 3D effects. The couch also having sunglasses. Audio jungle. Hi diddly ho, neighborino. Max power. Not Lenny. Okay, one last one. The one that is like it's not necessarily sad, but it's poignant because it has Dan Castellaneta, who's the voice actor for Homer. It has him singing, and it's just a very sweet song. There's certain songs that like get me emotional, and they're like I love it so much because it's about like oh Schnackery. The song is not about Schnackery, but there are certain songs that get me very poignant because like especially if it's like a love song, it's just very like emotional. Simpsons talk, George, you missed it. Good evening, George. Yeah, we've been talking about the Simpsons. We've been talking about the Simpsons, and just how. Oh wait! Oh my God! What was I supposed to ask you? I was supposed to ask you something. Oh no, okay. It's funny because I remembered the answer to my own question as we were watching the Lazy Rider one. Every time I start stream, I go from the intro to like the class. I always say like, let's get to class. And it's because they said it in a Simpsons episode that was like either season 1, 2, or like, you know, some like an early season. And I realized I remembered where I got that delivery from. I think it's the episode where Ned becomes the principal of the school because Skinner has to leave. I don't think it's the Armin Tanzarian episode, but he for some reason has to leave. Oh my God, what was that episode? But it's when Ned Flanders is the principal, and then he says something like something get to class, and like it's just been stuck in my head. Wait, let me catch up on chat. I have a Buzz and Woody doll. They were able to talk to each other and they keep doing it even after days, and I didn't play with them because I thought they were cursed. I had a similar doll, but I think it was like, oh my God, it was kind of creepy because it was like a little clown doll that was like on a stand. And I remember not knowing that it's battery powered and it can move, but I remember I didn't know that it was battery powered. I thought it was just like a doll on a stand. And one time it started moving and oh my God, I ran out of the room so fast, like screaming. Let's see. Yeah, Schnackery's here. He's meowing. He wants attention. Hope you heard the parody of Nope, You're Too Late. I'm already dead. Don't cry for me. I'm already dead. Flanders has an iconic voice. Of course, of course. Nothing has a subconscious grip on your mind like that one Simpsons bit. For me, it's multiple. Like I said, it's the episode where Bart skips school, and then he has to be a witness for the Chowder, you know, case. The Itchy and Scratchy Land episode. And then the like random season 1 episode where like they go to like Flanders' mansion. Chowder, Chowder, Chowder. It's Chowder. Get it right. I'm gonna enjoy this. Yeah, the rakes. The rakes. Canyonero. Canyonero. Man, we're just gonna end up watching The Simpsons, huh? We're just gonna end up like watching The Simpsons. The one that I wanted to show you guys is none of these. It's it's literally none of these. It's the Your Face one. It's very darling. It's very darling. It's very like endearing. It's this one. Here, you guys want to watch it with me? Stream has become a watch along. I have to keep quiet or else I need to edit this out of the VOD. I need to edit this out of VOD. There's gonna be a pop sound in the middle, by the way. It might be scary. Dude, the pipes on Dan Castellaneta. Happy fella. Singing a cappella. His face looks very cute. It's gonna pop. It like jump scared me the first time I saw this. Loving you only. Oh, look at this picture of them. It's so cute. Maybe it's because it's also like in like colored pencils and stuff, but it's so endearing, you know? If you ignore the weird like facial, you know, like the facial things that were happening. It's actually like an homage to it was animated by what's his name? Like Bill something? Bill Pimpton? Bill Pimpton? So he like animated something like this one. Bill Plimpton. There we go. He animated this, and it's basically like an homage to that. But I don't know, there's something very endearing about the singing and like his face. Especially like in the very beginning. Like he's so cute. He's so cute. Marge gets a gun, yeah. Stream has become a watch along. I have a random bit, but it's not from The Simpsons, just a French audio series. If you want to send it through the Discord. But yeah, man, like I've just been like on a Simpsons kick without even like actually watching The Simpsons. I think the YouTuber that I watched a couple, but the real Gyms. That's one of the guys. He does like Simpsons content. Ha ha. And then there's like a British woman. I forgot what her name was, but they both do like Simpsons content. That like I initially started listening to it because I was like listening in the background while I work from home. Actually sometimes I listen in the office too. but I just like it. Tsunami watching effort in California coast. But yeah, I heard from other folks as well. Thank you for the concern. I should be fine. But thank you for the concern. But yeah, so this is one of the videos. The Simpsons is weird again, and this is actually from I think is it 30th season or like 35th season premiere? Not finale, premiere. Schnackery. He wants attention. Schnackery. Oh, he's doing big stretch next to me. Meow meow. Yeah, this is from like the season premiere, and it's like that thing that I was talking about earlier where The Simpsons has gone on so long that it can kind of play around with its lore a little bit. It can like be self-referential. Oh, pet the cats. Where in the Discord do you want me to put it? Put it in... You can put it in recommendations. There should be a thread for like miscellaneous recommendations. Yeah. Yeah, I might not be able to like review it on stream, but I'll take it. Cat demands attention, exactly. Did you guys see this one? It was posted on April 1st. It's the top 20 Simpsons bears. Unfortunately, I'm not on there at all. Neither is Folk, as far as I know. Or are you? Like... Excuse me. I swallowed saliva. We're not gonna watch the whole thing. I don't want to steal content, but I just want you guys to see. What do you mean bears? Why? What have bears ever done to you, huh? Okay, I don't want to steal content, but I just want you to see some of these cute faces. No, the poor bear. Oh my god, another one that was on the, for those that came in late, I was talking about how when I was a kid, my mom would put on this Simpsons VHS, but it wasn't an official VHS, it was stuff that she actually recorded. Like, she taped, you know? Like when it was like, or it still is in syndication, but you know what I mean. One of the other episodes is the one, it's like an early season, I don't know if it's season 1 or 2, but it's it's when they go into the wilderness, like the whole Simpsons family goes into the wilderness in like a shoddy like RV, basically, and it basically ends with Homer falling into like mud, and it covers him perfectly enough that people think he's Bigfoot. Let's see, Gentle Ben, yes, Gentle Ben. Bears whose name rhymes with Didinka, excuse me? Excuse me? Let's see. Yes, wait, that's so cool. Yeah, like or my mom didn't like you know, she didn't work on The Simpsons or anything, but you know, when the Simpsons was like on air, or it still is, but when it was on air and she was watching it, she taped like a VH, she taped it, as in like she recorded it, you know. I had it, it's short, but I recommend it. It's very funny. I think maybe subtle. Okay, I'll check it out. I actually work in the theme park where the Simpsons Land is at, but a different area, and they have clips on loop in the ride queue in the restaurant, and the amusement park episode you talked about is what you talked about is in that reel a lot. Oh, the it has to be here because it features a family of bears that takes care of Maggie. This one. Do you guys like ballet? I love ballet. I need to like draw myself like this. Or folk. I feel like some of these should be me, some of these should be folk. Like, no, not that one. This one's so cute. This one's like at the beginning of an episode where like a bear just happens to be in like Evergreen Terrace, the street where they're on. It's so cute. It's so cute. I actually do love the ballet. Ah, so you're an enjoyer of the ballet. Everyone loves ballet. I actually do love ballet. I learned a little bit of ballet when I was in high school. I can't go on my tippy toes, but this is the episode. This is the one that was on the VHS tape. Oh no, I'm not gonna steal content. But yeah, like they go camping basically in a shoddy RV, and then the RV like falls off a cliff, and then they become like wood people. Maggie goes off with like a bear family. And it's so cute. She like puts the pacifier on them. Okay, who would this be in the bear community, right? Would it be like myself, Folk, who else is like a Simpsons fan but also a bear? Maybe Randon, just for the heck of it. You know, like gonna see the bear in the little car. yeah, that scene where it's like oh, the valley, you're gonna see the bear in the little car? Marge, please, I enjoy all the meats of our cultural stew. Oh, and then Mr. Burns's bear. This one, the one where it's like Smokey the Bear, and it's like, who can prevent forest fires? You have wait, what did he pick? It was like he picked you, and he is like, that is incorrect. Only you can like prevent forest fires. And then this cub, wait. I need you guys to see the cub. This one! This one's you guys. It's a cub. It's a Babine cub. That's you. That's what you guys look like. My top Simpsons bear is Homer himself. It's true. The brown-nosed bear. Tied to a bear. This one I also remember because, it's like the Itchy and Scratchy episode, the one that I said is like kind of embedded in my head, where it's like, oh look, it's the different Itchy and Scratchy characters. It's Brown-Nosed Bear, Ku Klux Klan, and I remember when I was a kid, I didn't know what the KKK was. Like, and I was like, oh, what's the deal with the clam? And then later on, I rewatched the episode and I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. The series I'm talking about recently got a game where you play as the villain of the show, and he's a bit of a dungeon keeper like in the game. Oh, the memories. Okay, who's the top bear? Who's the best bear? Is it Gentle Ben? It has to be Gentle Ben. No, why is he doing that to the panda? Wow, there's just a lot of bears in The Simpsons. The Berenstain Bears stick together. Yeah, no, koalas aren't bears, you guys. Don't let people lie to you like that. There's an ad coming up. We need to know. We need to know which bear's best. It's Gentle Ben. Let's go. It's Gentle Ben. I love. Oh my gosh, I love the one where he's like holding the person's hand so much. I have to like Photoshop or draw this as Folk. Like, it's Gentle Folk. Gentle Ben sweep! You are the #1 teacher. Oh, thank you, Julian. Thank you, thank you. Alright, let's, there's gonna be an ad break soon. I'm gonna put you guys in recess. I'll even link this video so you guys can watch for yourself who are the best bears in The Simpsons. But I'll see you guys in 3 minutes, and then maybe we'll do some drawing. Maybe we'll yap more about The Simpsons. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, the ads aren't probably gonna hit for the next like couple seconds. It's only because on my OBS it says like ads are coming up, but I usually just stop it, or not stop it, but I want to give myself an extra break so I can get some foodum. So ads will probably start in a little bit, in a teensy bit, but I'll see you guys in about 3-4 minutes. Okay, we're back. We're back. Oh, Jillian, you don't usually get ads? Interesting, because you're not- I see that you're not subbed, but maybe it's a regional thing. We're so back! Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back! I was doing something that was not art related. I was scrolling through Twitter, and I found a, you can make your own, like, Pokemon trainer card, and I know I'm a Digimon gal, but y'all, I also like Pokemon. Like, I also like Pokemon. I was like, look, you can, I'll give you guys the site if you guys want to do this too. I know, Schnackery, I know. It's okay, you could be a Pokemon and a Digimon gal, Schnackery. It's okay, it's not blasphemy. It's not. Oh, Schnackery wanted to leave. He's had enough of me. He was like, you said that you're a Digimon person, and yet here you are talking about Pokemon. You're fake. You're fake. And he just left. He's like, I can't take this anymore. These are my top two, Scolipede and Chandelure. I have other ones, but I'm trying to think of, Babinka has two hands. He has standards as all. No, am I like betraying everyone's expectations by saying that I also like Pokemon? Well, look at the Scolipede, he's a giant centipede. Like, what's not to love, you know? Chandelure is a chandelier, you know? What's not to love? I'm trying to think of like what other I almost said Digimon. I'm trying to think of what other Pokemon I like. I feel like I should put a bear type on here, you know? Like, I do like Pancham. There's Pancham, right? Look, it kind of looks like me too. I was shaken to the core. What the? Like, what the? No, but I have, it's like what beeplebees said. I have two bear paws. In one paw, I like Digimon. In the other paw, I like Pokemon. On my snout, I also like, since Zako is here, hello Zako, I also like Gundam, so Gundam goes on my foot. On the other foot is, what else do I like? VTubers? Like, with all four limbs, I can juggle all of my favorite things. Always think of Digimon and Pokemon fans like this Pokemon has a more cute design. Meanwhile, Digimon has the edginess we need that Pokemon is afraid to do so. I agree. I agree. 2 cups vanilla extract. I've been becoming the most annoying Gundam TCG player. Yo, how's it been going with that? Because I was interested in the TCG, but I'm like all in on the Digimon TCG, and I only have enough brain power for Digimon at the moment. But I did see that, you know, the starter decks came out, the boosters came, or a booster came out, so cool. Yeah, you gotta hold him. Is this like playing tic-tac-toe on your forehead, but it's pinning fandoms onto your body? Exactly. I love Gundam TCG, it's so fun. I do not know how to deck build in that game. Well, I know it just came out, so like, or I say just, but it's been like a couple of weeks. So, I think that's what makes it so fun, is like you guys are like, there as it's developing and seeing the different metas that can be formed with just like the 4 starter decks. And is it just one booster pack that's out right now? They play basically the same minus the middle bar. I run a Xeon Neo Xeon set. Cool. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I like. There are other bear Pokemon as well. There's the Ursa Ring. Oh no, what's the Teddy Ursa? Teddy Ursa. And then there's Spinda. What else? Okay, should we go with bear theme or should we go with I keep almost saying Digimon. We could also go with like Pokemon that are like actually my favorites. Pancham actually is like one of my favorites. Teddy Ursa I don't feel as strongly. Spinda's adorable, but let's go down the line. Let's see which other ones I'm like, oh yeah, that one's like my favorite. I want to say the America Bird one too. Which I unfortunately forgot what it was called, but there's a bunch that I like from that generation as well. We're just gonna scroll. No more singing a cappella. You know what? I remember there was one where it's like you could pick your favorites from each generation. Let's see if we can find that. Let me me make a new window, but I'll hide it for now. Pick favorite Pokemon from each generation. Not interested in AI. Ultimate favorite Pokemon picker. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, I found a big one. Where it's like pick your favorites from each gen and each type. So this is fun, and they show you like your choices as well. But let me catch up. Let me catch up on chat. First online event finished, and I can finally look at the toppings list to see the patterns in deck building. Ah, my whole deck is definitely FU, I get to attack immediately. Ah, so kind of like Rush in Digimon. I forget what it's called in Gundam because they have different keywords, right? I kind of want to get the minis, but I haven't been able to find a good price yet. Yeah, because I think because the TCG has just started, I know the prices are gonna be they're gonna be going here. They're gonna be going up and down, you know. Posted the trailer of the game in GameRec if you want to give it a look. I will. But I'll do it after, maybe after stream. Because yeah, I kind of don't want to get too off course to what I was yapping about. Even though I still haven't been doing any wiggly painting, right? Now maybe that's after Pokemon. Digipokegundramon! Exactly. Like, I get to ignore most of the rules because of how the Xeon deck works. Ah, and I feel like if like my only reference, right, is Digimon TCG, so like in the same, I feel like there's gonna be a similar trajectory where your deck will probably get some support, you know, like the Crow Pokemon. Oh, is that one of the newer one from like the one that's like the area that's based off England? All I know about Gundam TCG is that apparently it feels like a fusion of every Bandai TCG, Megazord style. Yeah, I think Orlando was talking about it in the Discord. They were mentioning how it takes things from like One Piece, it takes things from Digimon, and like it just is this beautiful fusion of it all. 1 booster box and 4 base decks. Ah, my deck is attack even on turn summon, and no, you don't get to attack at all. Yeah, so it's like Rush. Yeah, aggro too in MTG. Because there's also Rush in there's also aggro in Digimon as well, but the specific mechanic is just called Rush, where you can attack the turn that it's summoned or played. Gundam TCG has no Rush. Xeon just plays low cost guys that you can play early on and rush down your opponents. Ah, I think there is. I thought I saw in the oh no, what it is, it's the pilot mechanic, right? If you play a pilot, you can attack right away, right? I flood my field with 5s and 6s and immediately summon no cost. I'm full high cost, lowest I have is Zaku Sniper. TCG is everything Bandai streamlined. Maybe I don't know how I follow actually I play them on Game Boy. Ooh, and that's it. Those were the days though. Those were the days. For me, it's weird with TCGs that I've noticed. If you could build a monster beast deck, this is a fun game, but if it has too many humans and almost no monsters, oh, you don't really go into that. Like Duel Masters, Vanguard, Digimon, they're good, but when I tried Dragon Ball, Shadowverse, One Piece, it feels weird to play. Yeah, to each their own. I kind of feel not exactly the same because I was kind of down to get into Gundam, but like I said, my brain can only handle one TCG at a time. But I definitely get that too. I feel like for me it would be more so like, is it something that I'm like super into? Because Digimon, I would consider myself like not a super fan, but still like I've been a fan since childhood, all of that kind of stuff. All my mobile suits have links to attributes. I get to attack this turn and again. Is there any kind? Are you playing locals or are you? Is there a online client? Because I've mostly been practicing with online clients until I got to the point where I'm like, F it, I'm gonna not get over, but I'm gonna try as much as I can to get over the social anxiety to play locals. So, Gundam TCG has the pilot mechanic? Yeah, the pilot mechanic. Yeah. Because I played the tutorial app, so I know like some of the main things, like how you have a base, but also you have like 6 security cards. Very similar to Digimon, you have your like energy resource. You have the pilot mechanic, so you can link, Amuro to RX-78, stuff like that. So I know some of those mechanics, but I just don't remember like some of the keywords. I play at the Bandai store. No official tournament started yet. Ah, I will go. I don't feel great. Have a good day. Oh, Julian, I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better, and yeah, get some rest, get some rest. Can't hate your deck when I barely scratch the surface of the game, exactly. So, I've caught up on chat. You guys can keep on talking about Gundam TCG with one another, but I kind of want to do this thing right here. I want to look at what Pokemon options we have. So, let's look at Gen 1, normal types. Who is my favorite out of this? I kind of want to say Ditto, just because, like, look at its face. Look at its face. Fire? I love that they just, like, narrow it down for you. Out of these, I'm not, like, super in love with any of them. I think they're cool, but, let's go with Growlithe. He's cute. He's, like, doggy. Oh, we have a lot more, like, water options. Psyduck was my favorite as a kid. I will say that. I will say that Psyduck was one of my favorites. But also, Shelder looks so silly. He's just so silly. But also Slowpoke. He's so derpy. You know what? I have to go with the childhood favorite. Gotta go with the Psyduck, right? Let's see. I always picked Bulbasaur when I was a kid. I was a Bulbasaur truther. Can you link this site in the chat? Yeah, sure. Yeah, if you guys want to give it a go. Yeah, because I'm going to be putting my preferences. I see folks being like, nah, you should pick this one. You guys can fill it out on your own, but this is my preferences. Let's see, can I endorse a deck builder I use for Gundam? It has an online ooh, I do like online simulators. Yeah, feel free. Oh, Orlando, feel free to either link it or actually you can't put links in the chat, but you could put it in the Discord if you want. Sinanju and Zanzibar basically let me summon without cost. Okay. Porygon fam. Yeah, I also like Porygon, but I'm gonna pick, what did I pick for that one? Ditto. Look at its face. Magikarp is basically a first pick always. Oh, Tentacle because of the Kaiju episode. Let's pick Bulbasaur. Electric. Oh my god. Have you guys seen the plushie that's, there's like a plushie series where it's, Pokemon, but like they have the Ditto face, implying that it's like Ditto disguising themselves as it. Beans really likes this one plushie where it's Electrode but with the Ditto face, and like, you know, the eyes are basically the same, but like the face is just like the little smiley. So I'll pick Electrode. Let's see, there's actually not a lot for ice, but let's go with Lapras. Fighting. Okay, I kind of like, as a concept, Poliwhirl, because like you just go like, you go from, oh dang it. You go from, here, was it Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and Poliwrath? Where it's just like, oh, from here to here, like, it matures, right? It's like a tadpole becoming like a frog. Well, not exactly a frog, because that's another part of the evolution line. But it matures, right? And then from Poliwhirl to Poliwrath, he gets angry. He just gets freaking mad. I do like poison and ghost types. But who would be my favorite out of this? As a kid, I used to draw Ghastly a lot, but that's it. To be honest, it's because it was like really easy to draw. Though I think Gengar was also one of my dad's favorite was Gengar. He actually did a made his own Pokemon card back in the day, because my dad loves Photoshop. Like he was a whiz with Photoshop even like in the 2000s. And he photoshopped a Gengar Pokemon card. I think I still have it too. I have to find it again, but he like made a fake version of like a Gengar. It was like a fan-made card before I even knew the concept of like fan-made things, you know? Isn't it just that specific Ditto that couldn't get their faces right? Yeah, I remember in like the anime, there was like a whole thing of like, oh, that Ditto just can't get the faces right. But I think it's become to the point where like the assumption is just that Dittos just can't copy properly. Becomes jaded. He becomes so, yeah, like Poliwrath just gets so angry. Alright, ground type. I feel no, like, way strong feelings towards the ground types, but come on, Diglett, pretty derpy guy. Flying, I kinda wanna pick Farfetch'd. He's just so funny looking. Psychic. I want to say as a kid I like Psychic type, but to be honest, it's only because like before the introduction of Dark type Pokemon, like this was kind of the OP strat, right? Like you just got yourself like a Psychic Pokemon, and it would just it would just like outperform everything else. Bug. Let's see. I don't feel anything too strong. Maybe we'll go with Venonat. Rock. I did like Aerodactyl as a kid, but also if I'm going with like right now, I would say almost Ammonite, because it's like a prehistoric creature, right? But also look at its eyes. Sometimes I'm just going off of like the design vibes. Ghost, I would say, is one of my favorite typings. Ghost and Poison. Let's go with Ghastly. Dragon. I did like Dragonite as a kid. Oh my gosh! Wait, that's kind of awesome because like Dark wasn't introduced in Dark and Steel, right? They weren't introduced until Gen 2. So they don't actually like, I think a lot of Pokemon became retroactively Dark, Steel, and Fairy type, right? But I think they're just using like these ones. That's pretty cool. Posted the deck builder on the Discord. Thank you, Owolando. Thank you, thank you. When I was a kid, I remember a friend of mine, like a family friend of mine, showed me the Missigno like glitch, and it blew my mind because this was during the time where you could go to what is it, game FAQs or game facts as you would call it, and you would see all these people putting stuff like, oh, if you do this and this, you could get a Mew by what is it, getting off the Saint Anne and it's under the truck, right? And like, you know, people would try to do it, but of course it's like a fake glitch. So like, you know, sites like that were full of these like fake glitches where like if you do this and you do like the Konami code and you like go in a circle 10 times, you can get Mewtwo. You know, like you came from that era, and then my friend would show me the Missigno thing, which sounded like that. It sounded like, you know, if you go up to the trainer that teaches you how to catch Pokemon and then you fly to Cinnabar and then you surf between the land and the sea, you're gonna get a glitch. Like it sounded very unrealistic, but then you tried it and you actually got Missigno, and I remember like that was sick. It was so cool of a moment for that to happen because you just weren't expecting it. I don't know where to post it, so I dropped it in Gen. Nah, thank you. That's an easy place to find it. Beat the Elite Four 100 times in a row and you automatically catch all Pokemon. Exactly, Owen, exactly. But you could, my uncle at Nintendo said that's how you get Mewtwo. Exactly, you guys, exactly. But yeah, but like, the fact that you could try out a glitch like that and it actually worked, and I think people have uncovered why that happens. It's something with like the code gets a little wonky because of the trainer that teaches you how to catch Pokemon. It changes your model, so that kind of plays around with the code. And then going between the sea and the land on Cinnabar Island like also does something. But yeah, it's interesting. It's just a cool piece of lore. Oh, and this is what I mean. Like Steel wasn't introduced until Gen 2, but some Pokemon were retroactively given the typing. So we'll do Magnemite, Fairy, Clefairy. I think my mom or dad actually. We were talking about how The Simpsons. My mom just like taped the episodes. I think my mom or dad actually got me the VHS for the episodes with Clefairy, like the very first Pokemon season. So I remember they would like wiggle their fingers, right, for the little like moon dance they would do. Favorite starter, Bulbasaur. Gimmick form. Oh, interesting. This is the future iterations. I gotta go with. Come on, look at Slowpoke. Look at Slowpoke. Oh my gosh, I'm not even familiar with some of these. This is like the Gigantamax ones, right? He's Longcat, but I do love the Slowpoke one. Legend, Mew. No, I want to say Mewtwo, and then favorite. Oh, favorite out of all of these, I want to say Psyduck. That was my childhood favorite. My uncle is John Konami and he says that Metal Gear Solid 5 Chapter 3 is real! Oh, don't play with my emotions like that. Oh, don't play with my emotions. Or MGS 5 with the real ending with Young Liquid. Man. Alright, we're at Gen 2. We're finally at Gen 2, so... which ones do I like out of the... I remember as a kid, I hated Miltank. Because when you fight against, what's-her-face, Whitney... And she just does rollout, and she just does rollout, and she just does rollout, and she just does rollout. And I just remember not having a strategy for that and just being very angry all the time. Though I do think Miltank is cute. Let's see, which one of these do I like? Well, you know, I gotta go with the bears. I gotta go with the bears. Who is the fire type in Gen 2? Let's see. I think I went with Cyndaquil when I was a kiddo. I think that was my starter of choice. But I also like the Dogi and Ho-Oh and Entei. Oh my gosh, do you guys remember? If you guys played Pokemon Gold and Silver or Heart Gold Soul Silver, do you remember the first time you ran into one of the legendary dogs? Because this was before I, like, went on game FAQs. I didn't know that the dogs were a thing, that they would just, like, go around. And you could just randomly run into them. Because I remember running into... oh, man. I remember my very first one was Raikou. Raikou? And I remember just being, like, flabbergasted. Because, you know, I think I was in an area where you're just expecting, like, Pidgey. Or not Pidgey, whatever the bug and the bird was for this generation. I was like walking around and just expecting, you know, those ones and running into Raikou and being, Raikou. I ran into like Raikou and being like, oh, what do I do? And I think it ran away, right? That was the gimmick, was that it would like run away. And you had to, like, go to its page in the Pokédex in order to track it, right? Miltank time. They don't stop rolling and they don't stop rolling. Don't stop rolling and they don't stop rolling. Miltank's nipples are foul, I'm sorry. They show up early. Yeah, I think that's what happened is, like, I just remember encountering Raikou. And just, like, just imagine... Wait, when did... Heart Gold, I mean not Heart Gold. When did Gold and Silver come out again? I just remember being young, being like, I don't know, elementary, middle school, and just being like, what do I do? Let's go with Cyndaquil for the fire type. Water type for Alligator was pretty cute. Oh no, that's Totodile. Oh my god, we gotta go with the Wooper. It's the Wooper watch. No, I lied. I didn't go with Cyndaquil when I was a kid. I went with Bayleaf. Or, wait, this is Bayleaf, this is Meganium. Chikorita. I went with Chikorita as a kid. And I remember when I evolved it into Meganium for the first time, being like, wow, it's like a dinosaur. Alright, our electric types. Oh, gotta go with Raikou. Ice. I remember running into Sneasel for the first time and just being like, is that a bunny? But it's a weasel. Heracross was pretty cool. Yeah, let's go with Heracross. Poison. I like Crobat. Ground. Swinub's pretty cute. Oh, I think Larvitar was another one that I like ran into for the first time and being like, that one is just cool based off design, just based off vibes. This was like definitely the era before I would like obsessively go on like game FAQs or try to find out things like ahead of time. Like I was literally just experiencing the game as it went, right? Because I feel like nowadays with a lot of games, like, well, I mean, not ever since I started streaming, now I actually go in blind sometimes with games, but yeah, leading up to that, I feel like a lot of times I like kind of experience it blind, but then at a certain point I want to try like min-maxing whatever I'm doing. So in some ways that does kind of like, I don't know, not ruin the experience, but it does give you a different experience. But this is making me think of times where like, you know, min-maxing and stuff wasn't the priority at the time. Like I would just go in blind and experience things as they came. And it's like, oh yeah, I remember the first time I ran into Larvitar, and the first time I ran into Raikou, and the first time I ran into Sneasel, you know? Let's see. Hoothoot is really cute in that it has 2 legs, but it only puts up 1 at a time. And it switches really quickly, but I think if you had Pokemon Stadium 2, you could see it switch in real time. And I remember being like, oh man, I see you. I see you switching. Let's go with Xatu. Psychic. Ooh, they have all of the they have all of the unknown here. Oh man, I gotta go with Wobbuffet. Look at that. Wobbuffet. Favorite bug out of these. As a kid, I didn't like the spider ones, but now I have like a newfound appreciation for the little spiders, especially because I think their designs are all different in the games, right? Like the little like smiley face design is different. I think it's the same with like Spinda, right? Spinda like has different, like there isn't like 2 same Spindas. Let's see. Let's actually start speeding through this. Let's see. A rock type favorite, Tyranitar, ghost type. There's only 1 ghost that you could pick. Dragon. Let's go with dog. Steel, scissor, fairy. Which one did I like out of all these? Do you guys? Oh man, who's old enough to remember when Meryl wasn't Meryl? It was Peekaboo. You guys remember when it was called Peekaboo? When like I think people first leaked Meryl, and people were calling it Peekaboo. Yeah, the leaked Pokemon. Peekaboo, my beloved. Who's my favorite though? I want to say this one. Oh, Ghosty! Hello. Thank you for the raid. Welcome. You're playing Elden Ring. Yo. Hello. Thank you for the raid. We are picking out our favorite Pokemon. I know. I'm the Digimon gal, right? I love Digimon. It's my hyperfixation, but I am not also a Pokemon hater. I love Pokemon, so I'm just picking out my favorites from each generation, from each typing. Right, so that's what we've been doing. We've been yapping a little. How was Elden Ring? How you been doing? How you doing? Possum Raid. Hello, thank you for the 6 months as well. We love games with little critters. Exactly, with little guys. You know, just little dastardly guys. Speaking of dastardly, for any of my Digimon TCG folks, have you guys seen the latest reveals for EX10? The Pagumon? Man, I'm kind of excited for that. But anyways, Ghosty, thanks again for the raid. If let us know how it went. It was fun, but my brain started being mean at the end. No, I hate when that happens. But I hope that you know, if you want to chill here, or if you want to take some time to chill, do some post stream care, no worries at all. But if you also want to chill while we talk about Pokemon, I appreciate you regardless. I appreciate you. Pagumon, exactly. Pagumon. But thanks again for the raid. I appreciate you, Ghosty. I appreciate you. Now, who's my favorite starter? I'll go with Meganium. Gimmick form. Ooh, these are fancy looking. Let's go with Houndoom. He looks nice and looks like an edgelord. Favorite legendary? I know Raikou has a special place in my heart because it was my first legendary dog, but I love the movie with Entei. Did you guys ever watch that Pokemon movie where it's like, there's like a little girl who thinks that Entei is like her dad? Favorites out of all of these? I would say Teddy Ursa. That's your least favorite one? Was it because of the weird relationship between because it was like the little girl, what was it like? I forgot the plot, but it was something like Entei probably felt the girl's emotions. And you know what's funny? I had the book of it, or I had some kind of book with like screenshots of it, and it was like also a storybook where it was like, and then that little girl like said this to the Entei. Oh, it was boring. I haven't watched them in a while. I haven't watched any of the Pokemon movies in a while, but I just remember, like, because I had the, like, little book for it with, like, screenshots, I just remember that one pretty fondly. And I think the little girl also had, like, adult forms, or maybe not adult, but, like, she was, like, a teenager where she could battle with Ash in them. You like the Latios one best? Yeah, I kind of remember that one. You would do marathons in college and watch the first 10 all in a row. Dang, how long would that take? I'm trying to remember what movies. I definitely watched the first one. And then the one with like Lugia and Ho-Oh. Or was Ho-Oh in it? It was like Lugia and like the 10 legendary, not 10 legendary. I'm thinking of Digimon again. But I definitely remember the Lugia one. The one where it's like, and then the world will turn to ash. And it's like, wait a minute, my name's Ash. Alright, normal. Ooh, Gen 3 was also a pretty solid gen. Spinda! I gotta go with my buddy Spinda. Fire type. I went with Blaziken. That was my starter. So let's go with Blaziken. I think this is the first time you had dual types, right? For your starters. Or was it? Was Bulbasaur also poison type? I actually don't remember, but I just remember the fire fighting, you know? Let's see. Heard you guys like Mudkips. Let's see. Which one of these do I like? I do like Relicanth because it's a reference to like a coelacanth. But also Ludicolo is just a silly little guy. Wailord as well. Spheal. He's very orbtacular. I'll go with Relicanth. Or should I? Okay, just based off vibes, which one's Ludicolo? Come on, he's so wacky. He's so hee-hee-ha-ha wacky. Got your starter Shroomish and Breloom. Okay, it's definitely one of these two. I want to. Oh, you know what? I also remember running into Tropius the first time when I played. I had Pokemon Ruby. I was like in middle school. I remember running into this and being like, "Oh my god, it flies too!" These are the only electric ones. That's crazy. Let's go Plusle. Ice. Let's go with Spheal. And then Haruyama. I remember thinking as a kid, like, is this like Pikachu, but something like weird happened to it? Because it's the same exact like markings, like same color scheme as Pikachu, right? Even down to like the red cheeks. Let's go with Blaziken again. Poison type. Let's go with the rose one. I forgot its name. No, actually Gulpin. Gulpin's pretty cute. Baltoy. Which one of these? You know what? Trapinch. Look at that design. Look at the simplistic, you know, the love that went into that. I'm gonna go with the dinosaur again. Gulpin detention. Oh, Orlando, you get detention for that. In fact, everyone gets detention. How dare you? Detention for everybody, but just for a little bit because I want to go back to picking Pokemon. Catfish, though, I do like the catfish. That's like the earthquake Pokemon, right? Teacher wants to set us on fire. No, you guys are too moist from the flooding. From the classroom flooding. I need to dry you guys off or else you guys are gonna get all soggy. You know, you're gonna get all soggy. Worth it! Detention? Okay, we're going back. We're going back. I want to go back to the Pokemon. Okay, Psychic. Oh my gosh, this is a lot. This is a lot of Psychic types. Little bit of lore. So I kind of want to pick Gardevoir, but not for Gooner reasons. I remember being like a middle school gal and just being like, wow, she's so pretty. She's so pretty. Mass Bomb. You have every Deoxys form, right? There's like the chunky one, the speed one. But also I remember a little bit of Binka lore is there was a guy who offered to like, he was kind of shady too. He said something like if you give me your Pokemon game, I'll give you every single Pokemon. And normally that would seem pretty shady, right? But back then I was a little too trusting of people. This actually has a good ending. But I gave my Pokemon game to him, and I remember other classmates being like, "Why did you do that? He's just gonna like delete your file," you know. But a day later, he actually did like give me back my Pokemon Ruby, and I booted up the game on my Nintendo. Was it? It wasn't DS. It was my Game Boy Advance. It was my Game Boy Advance, and it had every single Pokemon, including Jirachi. And I was just like flabbergasted. I was like, "Oh, whoa, Ghosty, you got your sticker." Yeah, oh my gosh, the Game Boy Advance. I miss it. I miss having it. I had a pink one. I had a pink one with a rechargeable battery pack. And Mans was a filthy cloning cheater. He was. But to be fair, I was in like what, the 7th grade. I was like in the 7th grade. I was very trusting, and he was one of my friends. I remember he would play like Mega Man during nutrition. I'm gonna go with God of War, by the way. Spoink, yeah, the tragedy. Wait, what was I saying? I was saying something about oh my gosh, what was I saying before I read that comment? Oh, my Game Boy Advance was a pink one, and I had a battery pack on it that you would attach to the back, but it basically doubled the size of the Game Boy Advance. So whenever I remember bringing it to school, even though my parents told me not to, they told me not to, but I would do it anyway. And people would be like, "Why do you have 2 Game Boy Advances on top of each other?" And I was like, "It's not. It's a rechargeable battery pack. It's fancy." And I also had the attachment where it was like a light, because this was before LED screens. So like you had to get like a little attachment to have like a little night light on it. I had it for the Game Boy Color as well. I'm so glad I rebuilt a couple to use. My favorite handheld so far. It's so like, I don't know if it's ergonomic, but it feels ergonomic. Were you all Nintendo enjoyers, or were you also a PSP enjoyer? At my school, everyone was a DS enjoyer, and I was the only one that had a PSP. I think it was the same at my schools as well. Like, people were more so DS enjoyers. Because I had a DS. I remember it was like, it was pink. Here, we're seeing like a trend here. Let's see. Favorite bug. I remember when one of my friends told me how to get it's not Ninjask. Which one is this one? The one where you have to have an empty slot to get like essentially this ghost type. Like basically it's like the skin, right? My friend told me how to get it, and it was like the Missigno thing where it didn't feel real. Like they told me like, "Oh, if you evolve this one and you have an empty slot, you'll get another Pokemon." And I was like, "That sounds like a lie, but I'll do it anyway." And then it worked, and I remember being so amazed. The flip up one or the worm light? It was like the worm light. It's like those silly straws, but it was a light. And then what is this one? Rock? This is my favorite out of the rock types. I never got the Reggies, by the way. I remember my classmates being like, "Oh, you have to know Braille," and I was like, "Then I'm not even gonna try." I don't know Braille. Let's go with Relicanth for that. Ghost type. I'm gonna oh, these are also cute. I remember seeing Shuppet for the first time, being very endeared. Favorite dragon type. Dragon Tails, Dragon Tails. It's almost time for Dragon Tails. Poochyana's cute. Absol's also really cool. Poochyana. Steel type. Mawile. I love Mawile so much. Fairy type. We'll go with Mawile. Favorite starter, Blaziken. Favorite gimmick. These are so sick. All these forms are so sick. Let's go with Mawile again. Favorite legendary. Go with Jirachi. And then favorite all around. Out of this whole generation. Yeah, let's go with Mawile. Let's go with Mawile. Dragon D's! Oh no, we just got out of detention. It's too late. Double detention for everyone. You have to stay at lunch. You have to stay during lunchtime. You have to... What did people actually do during detention? Like, I actually got sent to detention once as a kid. It was for the most BS reason that still to this day I think is like a BS reason. It's because I vaguely mentioned him like about like a half hour ago. In middle school, there was this guy who had a crush on me, and I think it was because he played Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and he had like a self-made dual disc made out of notebook paper. Like, he made a dual disc out of notebook paper, and I thought that was pretty neat. Like, I think that's pretty, you know, like he crafted it. Like, I think that was pretty impressive, and I complimented him on it. And from there, he just developed this huge crush on me and like wouldn't leave me alone. And he was the kind of guy who I'm sure he's probably improved since then, because we're talking about middle schoolers here. The first girl that said a nice thing to him. Yeah, and we also ended up riding the same bus, like school bus. We ended up riding the same school bus, so that kind of made it worse. So, but also like back then, even till now, you know, like I'm a bit of a people pleaser, and I'm scared of confrontation, and I'm not good at saying like, look, I don't like you, leave me alone. So, you know, I would just be nice to him. And he would sit next to me on the bus, and he would let me listen to his like anime music, and he would introduce me to like different anime, like Love Hina, like, and say things like, "Oh, this character reminds me of you," and like all those things. Wait, why did what was the point I was gonna get to with this? Yeah, like he developed this. Oh, the reason why I got sent to detention. Is like, he was the kind of guy who like he would poke me, like, you know, in the stomach, like, and if he knew that I was ticklish, he would try to tickle me, and like I would tell him to stop, and he wouldn't. You know, it was like the kind of teasing, flirting that a lot of younger kids would do, right? When they don't know how to process their emotions, they would instead like tease the person that they have a crush on, right? And I remember like one time during lunch, we were out in like the quad area, and of course there's like adults that are kind of patrolling, making sure people aren't getting into fights and stuff. And I remember one time I like had enough, and I kicked him right in the shin. And I remember the thing is, like, I would kick him all the time, because it was like my retaliation for him like poking me. Like, I would kick him all the time, and like he was used to it, and he would even laugh. And like as I was kicking him in the shin, he was laughing. I remember he was laughing, and I remember as I kicked him, I heard an adult being like, "Hey, like, what did you just do? Like, one of the people patrolling the quad saw me kick him, and they're like, "What's your name? You're getting detention for that." And like, freaking this guy didn't even like come to my defense or anything. He wasn't like, "Oh, we're just like playing around, you know, we're just doing that." He like walked away as I was getting in trouble and getting like grilled by this like adult, by this like staff member, right? And I remember not being able to defend myself because like I wasn't used to getting in trouble. And I remember I was like on the verge of tears too, as he was like he told me like, "Come with me, we're gonna go to the office, you're gonna get detention." And that was like one of the first times that I like really got in trouble. So I remember being like on the verge of tears. And like, and meanwhile the guy, he just ran away. He just like, oh man, memories. But that was the one and only time I ever got detention. And from what I remember, I just like, for one of the lunch periods, I just went to like the detention room, and I just sat there for like 10 minutes. And then the guy that was like in charge of detention was like, "All right, you could go to lunch now." So it wasn't even for the full lunch period. It was literally just for like 10-15 minutes, and it was like, "All right, go get your lunch," you know? So yeah, hate that guy. Hey, that guy. I never did anything during lunch anyways, so when I had detention, I would just do homework and draw. Ah, okay. Teasing, flirting into getting punched. True combo. Stop there, criminals, scum. Yeah, like, why didn't this like quad guy freaking catch the I don't have any like names for what should I even call that guy? Dual disc guy. We'll call him dual disc guy. How come when dual disc guy was poking me in the stomach and trying to like tickle my arms, you know, my pits, you know, my bare pits, why didn't this faculty member step in during that, but he stepped in right when I kicked dual disc guy in the shins? Huh? Misogyny, that's why. Anyway, let's go back to Pokemon. Teachers will see you have fun and get angry, but then see bullies and be like, well, nothing we can do. Exactly. Exactly. Anyway, back to Pokemon. Back to Pokemon. That was the end of my TED Talk. Lopunny, I just thought she was pretty. There's so many, like, Pokemon that, you know, when you're a kid, it's like, oh, she's so pretty. And then, like, when you're an adult, people are like, oh, what is it you like her because gooner stuff? And it's like, no, I thought she was pretty. I think they're pretty. Monkey. I had the fire type starters. I think for a while I did fire type starters. Who do I like from... Oh, was that a firework? I don't know if you guys heard that, but I think people be setting off fireworks. It's almost a month after 4th of July, man. I actually don't know who I like out of all these water types. Let's go with Piplup. Who else? So oh, I remember this one, the Sakura one. Very cute. Vaporeon enjoyers and shambles. For real. For real. More like Teddy talk. Like Teddy Bear. I'll see myself out. Maybe I should call it that. Like, welcome to my Teddy Talks. Quit working those fires. They're tired. They're practicing for Labor Day fireworks? Yeah, probably. Sakura Bakshin. Bakshin! I actually don't know what's playing right now because I was listening to Oh! Big Ham! Hello! Hello. Thank you for the raid. We were about to listen to the Sakura Bakshin song. Is it on Spotify? I'll give you guys a welcome as soon as I find out if this song is on Spotify. They don't have the Sakura Bakshin song, but they have Umapyoy. Hello, the Bakshin. That's right. Big Ham, thank you for the raid. We are currently rating our favorite. We're looking at our favorite Pokemon, or rather my favorite Pokemon from each gen and each type. If you guys also want to make your own little chart, feel free. I'll put the link in the chat. But thank you for the raid. How are you doing? You were also just chatting. What were you chatting about? Did you reveal a new model today? I feel like I saw something like that. Hello. And thank you for the raid. If you have to do any post-stream care, no worries at all. If there's any folks who raided in that don't know me, my name's Babinka Bear. I'm your local Sun Bear art history teacher and educational streamer. We're just yapping today. We have our office hours. So don't worry about the floor being flooded. It does that sometimes. It's summer after all. It's summer. But yeah, we're just looking at Pokemon. I'm usually a Digimon gal. I usually do the Digimon TCG. I'm like somewhat of a Digimon super fan, but we're doing something a little different and we're looking at favorite Pokemon instead. Cause I'm a lover of both. More so Digimon, but I'm a lover of both. Here's what I have so far. We got the goofy little guys like the Gulpin. The Sakura Bakshin. I just love sulfuric acid. That too. But yeah. With Pokemon, I just think they are cute and cool looking, but I never see them for the bonk. But Digimon, I could understand the bonk. That's kind of real though. That's kind of real. That's kind of really real. Like with Angewomon, Lady Devimon. Anyway. Ham sang Umapyoy Legend for karaoke. Wait, I love that. Do not tell her that this was... Do not tell her. I want to listen. I've done this chart before, it rules. Yeah, I love how it just shows you all of the choices, right? Oh, wait, that was my favorite as a kid. This one. I remember naming it Rayon. I get my food, take care of the ham. Yeah, take care of the hammies. Take care. I discovered BL Starmon and it changed my life. For real though, BL Starmon. For me lately, Medusamon looks really good. I also like Arimon. Well, Arimon's okay. I like their design definitely. But yeah, definitely get you on BL Starmon. Okay, ice types. Ooh, this one, the Yuki Onna. What's fighting types? I'll be basic. Well, maybe not basic, but I know a lot of people like real. No, it's not Riolu. Lucario, but I also like Lucario. Poison. I like that. Have you guys ever listened to the call for this one? We're getting to the point where I'm forgetting their names. But doesn't the call for this one sound like a fart? Have you guys ever heard it before? Digimon are just people, like they talk, they have cities, they have Lilithmon. There it is. There it is, Lilithmon. I love her. Isn't that Skuntank? I think you might be right. I think you're right. I just remember that, like, when you listen to its call, when it, like, you know, comes out of its Pokeball or you encounter it in the wild, it's literally like a fart. Let's go with this one. Is it Roserade? Is that the name of that one? And then, oh my gosh, the hippos are so silly. I might have to go with the hippos. Hippodon? Was that the name? Brown Note Pokemon. Exactly. Exactly. Favorite flying type. I do like Drifloon for the lore. It just steals away the little ones. Psychic. I like the little bell. Was it like a Kinglong? What? Oh my god, Klinklang? What was this one named? I forgot. Let's see, bug type. Bug type. I like the bees. The bees are cute. Okay, a lot of these I'm not like the designs aren't really doing it for me, but for the lulz, we'll pick the one that looks like oh my god, what was his name? What was his name? Like the guy with the oh my god, why am I blanking on his name? Buckshin! You throw out Skuntank and it's just the bass boosted fart sound effect. Yeah, it's Probopass, but he's based off Groucho Marx? Is that his name? Groucho Marx? That's him, right? Groucho Marx. Yeah, like he's based off this guy, right? He got the nose and the stash, you know? I still find it funny, a person I know was bonking for Pokemon. I told him, brother, let me open your eyes and and showed Digimon design and told him Pokemon really did limit your options. Groucho Marx has the glasses and the mustache. Yeah. It's also based off the Moai from Easter Island. Or I guess Rapa Nui is the actual term. Ghosts. Which ghosts do I like? I'll go with the Yuki Onna one again. Dragon. These nuts. Palkia. Let's see. Dark type. I do like Honchkrow for it being just like a mob boss. Steel. Let's go with the bells, because they're actually a reference to like ancient Japanese bells, which I think is pretty neat. Fairy. Oh, there's only 2 choices. Let's go with Airplane Togepi. Starter. Monkey, Gimmick, Banui, and Legendary. Who was my favorite out of this? I remember, Cresselia, you didn't really need to go to an event for this one, right? Like you were able to just, because I remember never being able to go to those events where it's like, oh, you could get a legendary Pokemon if you go to this event, and we'll put it on your file. And I could never go to those. Because my parents were really strict before I turned 18. But I feel like Cresselia you can get without going to those events, right? So I remember getting that and being like, just like, wow, I finally have a legendary. Probopass for the art history. Not Airplane Togepi. I mean, I remember the first time I saw this one. What is it? It's not Togetic. Togekiss? I saw it for the first time and being like, why is Togepi an airplane now? So who's my favorite out of all of these? Let's see. You know what, this one? Because I remember I nicknamed this one Rayon, which like Raion, because I think I was like already in my Hitalia phase by then, and I remember finding out that like Rayon, like it was based off like a Hitalia like fan music video. Rayon can mean thunder, but it's also how you pronounce lion in Japanese. So instead of lion, Rayon, right? So I was like, that's a perfect name for this one. Because it's Thunder Simba, you know, or Lightning Simba. Cresselia is a legendary, but Darkrai is a mythical. I think that may be why. Yeah, my favorite Pokemon, because he's an airplane. Oh, we're already at our second ad break. I can't believe it. I'm gonna keep on filling out this form. Yeah, this like little Punnett square thing during the ad break, and I'll just show you what I did after the ad break's done. So air car. So I'll put you guys in recess, and I'll see you guys after the ad break starts, or after the ad break ends, rather. You know what? I'm not gonna fill out the squares during the ad break because I want to talk about these with you guys. We're back. Welcome back. I've just been listening to Uma Musume songs. Actually, let me play that whole playlist. Because I kind of want to listen to one of my favorites, Winning the Soul, or is it Next Front? I'm pretty sure it's Winning the Soul. Plus, I wanted to. We're so bareback. I also wanted to. Yeah, it's this one. I was gonna do this. Like, I was gonna do this whole section. Oh, wait, you can't see my mouse cursor. This whole section during the ad break, but I wanted to talk about it because, for one of my. Like, I definitely have favorites in this, but also, what the heck is this? Why is there, like. What's with the legs? Why she got legs for days? Is it the, was this the game where you could do, like, movies? Because I kind of remember that. I didn't do it that much, but I, like, vaguely remember that. Yeah, it's the one where you could do movies, right? There were certain gimmicks that I kind of miss, like, not necessarily gimmicks like Mega Form and Gigantamax, but it was gimmicks like, remember when you could make, what was it called, like Poffins or something? Like and then there was like, oh, I forgot what gen it was, where you could like go underground and dig for treasure. Man, I kind of miss that. But also, I think this one, Gen 5, has a lot of my favorites. Are those just feet? Yeah, I think it's a giant lady. A giant woman. But I have a lot of favorites in this gen. As soon as I clicked this, I was like, oh yeah, it's this one. Because I remember America Bird was one of my favorites. I also like the buffalo, though. Big... Oh, Chandelure! Chandelure is my favorite. Water type. This one, I think we'll go with Ducklet. It just looks derpy. Grass type. Amogus. I'm not gonna pick Amogus, actually. I like... The bug type was really cute for this one. But I'm gonna pick the sheep, or the cotton one. See, we're definitely at the point where I'm like forgetting their names. This one, wasn't it like Stunkish or Stunkfish or something? I actually like the spider type or the spider one from this gen. Stunkfisk, yes, exactly, Stunkfisk. I think it's cute that it's like a tarantula type, but they made it so cute and fluffy. Oh my gosh, the Cubchoo. The Cubchoo. Fighting type? Who do I like from this? I like that Gen 5 was essentially Gen 1, but different, you know? Like Gen 1 with extra steps. Like, I kind of like that because this is just like the Machop line, right? Who do I like from this? I like that this one, Scraggy, right? The one that has to like pull up his shorts all the time. My love! Scolipede! I love Scolipede so much. He's like... Scolipede and Chandelure are like my top two. 100%. Like, those are my top two Pokemon. Drillbur! Look at him! Come on, look. And, oh, this is gonna be such a hard decision. Look, there's the Dave from Homestuck Alligator. And then there's Drillbur with his derpy little face. And Sandile too. These, oh my gosh, I love like these ones so much, but which one do I like more? Look, he's wearing sunnies, and he's wearing cooler sunnies, and he's wearing Rah Rah Rock the Power sunnies. Let's choose Drillbur though. Drillbur. Whoa. I like the Archaeopteryx one. And Swoobat! These, oh my gosh, this gen is just my favorite in terms of Pokemon designs. Swoobat or America Bird. Or Nazca lines, or Archaeopteryx, you know? Like, all of these, like, tickle, like, different parts of my brain. But we'll go with Swoobat. Psychic, who do I like? Or I could pick Swoobat here. And we'll pick the Nazca line one here. Sigilyph, right? I think that's what it's called. Bug type? I don't know. I love Scolipede, but also like Volcarona is also really cool. I remember finding out that it evolves at like level 50, and I don't know, that just activated me. I was like, I need it. I need it. But we'll go with Scolipede. Joltik is precious. Yeah, I love Joltik. I'm at the end and I'm having my dilemma. I can't pick my favorite out of the favorites. Right? I'm gonna get there as well. It's gonna take me a while, but I will get there. Let's pick the Archaeopteryx one again. Ooh, gotta pick the Egyptian. Oh no, there's the Egyptian one and there's Chandelure. Well, we'll pick the Egyptian one. The lore for this one's also insane. It's like deliciously creepy, and I love it. Dragons. Which one of these do I like? I like the three-headed one. Dark Pokemon. Which one do I like? We'll pick Sandile. He's just a little guy. Is this iron? Or, sorry, steel type? Let's pick... I like this one. The one that looks like a soldier. Like a or Spartan soldier. Or is it Roman? Or Greek. It looks like Athena's helmet. That one... Starters? Which one's my favorite? I'd say Pig. And then this is a favorite gimmick. We're gonna go with the legs. She got legs for days. Amerly, hello! Welcome! We're picking out our favorite Pokemon from each generation. Favorite legendary. Funny. I'm not, you know, a lot of these I'm just kind of meh on. Let's pick Victini, and then out of everything here, oh, this is hard because I have both Chandelure and Scolipede in the same line. But we'll go with Scolipede. And then Gen 6, who do I like here? There's also a lot that I like from this generation as well. But let's go with... Let's go with the lion. Oh, and the... Yo, I remember the starters for this one were really good. I like the Witch Fox. Let's see. Who do I like out of the water types? Slowpoke. Mega Slowpoke, look at him. He's just like... I'm in pain. Also, out of my favorites, I noticed it mainly first form of only like 4 final forms. I'm kind of interested too in like what are the trends I'm gonna be seeing, you know? Ooh, I do like the Pumpkaboo, right? I like these ones, the ones that are like Grass Ghost. I think they're neat. We'll pick Pumpkaboo. Oh, Pikachu all dressed up is so cute. We'll pick... I forgot, is it Ampharos? The sheep one that isn't a sheep anymore? Dinosaur. I do like the dinosaurs. Pancham! Oh my god, it's the Luchador one! I love... Oh my god, this is kind of a hard decision. I kind of like the Luchador one a lot. Poison type. Go with Gengar. Ground type, we'll go with... I'm not a super big fan of like any one of these really, but we'll go with Camerupt. Flying, I loved my Talonflame, man. I loved him, but we're gonna... Oh wait! This one, Noivern! This one was also... That's also like a big favorite of mine. I love this one. Is that Noivern? I think that was its name. I like the... Okay. I know people hated it, but I kind of like the gimmick with this evolutionary line, the squid one, where you had to turn your device upside down for it to evolve. I kind of dug that. I thought that was kind of funny. Bug type. None of these I'm really like digging as much, but we'll go with the butterfly. Yo, I gotta go with the T-Rex. On a completely unrelated note, have you guys ever watched Randon before he went out to buy milk in like 2023? He had an old VOD where it was him doing Smash or Pass for Pokemon. And if you watch it, you have to go to like when he looks at this one. It's kind of crazy. Like, I'll just say that. But anyway, let's go ahead and pick the dinosaur. By the way, with that said, I'm never gonna do a Smash or Pass for Pokemon. They're too They're too like cute and innocent for me to even consider. Pumpkaboo. This one, Noivern. I love them. Let's see, dark type. Let's go with the Pancham evolution. Okay, but what about Digimon? I will do that for Digimon. I will. But there's also a lot of them. There's like a lot of them. If there's a site that does Digimon Smash or Pass, I'll take a look at it. The Pokemon must be at least 150 pounds for Randon. You guys have to watch that VOD. If you guys are Randonites, you gotta watch that VOD. It's kind of a wild one. You find out a lot about like his taste. Gotta have some pushback. Okay, Steel I love the car keys. I know a lot of people like reacted to the car keys being like, really? Pokemon's really running out of ideas, but I love the car keys one. Bardawolf, hello. Pokemon is just a meme and concerning, but Digimon is the culture take. If there's a website that does like Digimon Smash or Pass, I'll do it. Oh, this is all fairy type, right? I'm gonna stick with the car keys. I don't know. I kind of like the car keys. I do like a lot of these fairy type ones, especially Sylveon. But come on, it's car keys. Favorite starter gotta be the Fox Witch. Favorite gimmick? Ooh, there's a lot. Favorite gimmick Pokemon? Yeah, Bardawolf, hello. We're looking at our favorite Pokemon. Smash or Pass, but instead of Smash, it's which ones you smash with a mallet. No, I would never. Funny enough, I'm playing. Oh, you're playing Pokemon right now. Which Pokemon are you playing, if you don't mind me asking? You can do it based on submissions instead of all 1,500 Digimon. Ever make a living dex, Binka? No, what is that? What's a living dex? Okay, which one of these gimmick Pokemon do I like? I like that this Mewtwo looks like Cell from DBZ. It has to be the Slowpoke. It has to be. I also like Kangaskhan Mega, which is just the kid comes out of the pouch, but come on, Slowpoke, look at him. Look at him. See, favorite legendary, Yveltal or the X one? I'm gonna go with... I kind of like Yveltal. Very edgy. Okay, who is my favorite out of all these? I'm gonna go with Noivern. Oh, but the Luchador. Nah, we're gonna go with Noivern. Alright, we're finally at Gen 7. Oh my god, we still have 3 more gens to go. Let's see. We're definitely getting into like the gens where like I wasn't as invested. Like I still remember a lot of these, but we're getting to the point where I wasn't like super like it doesn't stick in my memory as much. So but I do like Stuffle, and I forgot the evolution of it, but this one I thought it was very entertaining that it could kill you with a hug, you know, with a bear hug. One of each Pokemon. Oh, so like it's not like, you know, you have a Caterpie that evolves into Metapod and Butterfree, but you have a Caterpie, a Metapod, and a Butterfree? That's kind of crazy. The closest usable thing I could find in 2 minutes of searching is a video listing every single Digimon that is an hour-and-a-half long? Oh my gosh. Maybe. I think submissions would actually be the best way to go about it. We'll probably do submissions for that. Let's see. I'm updating my living dex, as in I'm adding all gender differences, making space for the Vivillon farms and both genders of starters. Oh my gosh. And by both genders, I mean the mechanics in game. And yes, that Metapod analysis is correct. Oh my gosh. Dang. That's... good luck. Good luck with that. Yo, we gotta have my... oh, you know what? This is gonna be a hard one, because I do love, Firecat, but I also like Ghost Marowak a lot. So we'll go with Ghost Marowak. Oh my gosh, wait, I remember this gen, because it's so silly, but I did this, like, fully... I remember Beans and I both got, I think I got Sun and he got Moon or something like that, and we were looking at the starters, and I think he found out that this one turns into a mermaid, and he was like, "Ah, man, I don't think I'll play with that one." I'll be like, "I'll show you. I'll play." I'll play with this feminine presenting Pokemon and I'll show you how strong it is. So I ended up going with this one, but I do like the mermaid one, but I also like this one. Was it Marnie? Something like that. I also like Pyukumuku. All these are really good. Dang, which one? I'll go with this one. The poisonous one. The video is outdated. It's a couple years old now, so it doesn't even have all of them. Let's see. I do also like the— see, I'm forgetting their names. The Owl Archer one. I also like Executor with its, like, long neck. The wiki has a visual list. Ah, okay. Starter Pokemon have a 1 in 8 chance of being female, so it seemed appropriate to include that rarity in my decks. Decidueye! Yeah. Let's see. Oh my gosh, the different Pikachus with the different hats. I love Alolan Raichu. I love that it surfs. Let's go with Alolan Ninetales. We're gonna go with the big bear again. This one— oh wait, it has this one too. Salandile, I think it was called. I also like Alolan Muck. I thought that was a cool, like, I don't know, like, variant of it. But we'll go with, I keep forgetting what it's called, but like the toxic one. I do like the horse. I saw someone do an Uma Musume of this horse Pokemon. But also Alolan Diglett is super cute. Well, let's go with the horse. No. Alolan Diglett. Flying type. Which one? I do like this one, the one that's like more Hawaiian dance theme or Polynesian dance theme. Is this one fair? No, psychic. Favorite out of the psychic types. Let's go with Raichu. Alolan Raichu. Favorite bug? Dude, speaking of the random Smasher Pass, you should also see how he reacts to this one. I liked Wimpod and the evolution of that one a lot. Rock type. I like the eyebrows on Alolan Geodude. Which one is this? Ghost? Oh, there wasn't a lot of ghost types, huh? In this gen. We'll go with Alolan Marowak. There's Dragon. Have you guys heard the dub clip of how this Pokemon sounds in the dub? I forgot how it went, but it was like, oh. There's Old Dragon or there's like Armored Dragon. I think I'm gonna go with Armored Dragon. Save the reacting to every Digimon for a subathon. We'll be there a while. Yeah, for real. Pikachu and Raichu have gendered forms, but Pichu doesn't. Oh yeah, because I think the baby forms don't have gender, right? Alolan Muck is great. Those long flowing locks. How could you not choose Rowlet? He's okay, but he's not my favorite. What is this? Dark type? Ooh, these are all good choices. Cause like Alolan Meowth is kind of funny. Alolan Persian with the big cheeks is kind of funny. I do love Fire Cat. So it's either between Alolan Muck or Fire Cat. Let's go with Fire Cat. And then this is what, Steel? We'll go with Alolan Diglett. Fairy type, we gotta go with the mermaid. She's just so pretty. Favorite starter, the mermaid. Favorite gimmick, ooh, this one's hard because it's either Raichu or it's Marowak. I'll go with Marowak. Favorite legendary. I do like the, what were they called, like Tapus? I did like the Tapus. And Cosmog or this little guy. Yeah, let's go with the little guy. the little smoke cloud, the little nebula. Now, out of my favorites, which one is my favorite? I will go with either Marowak, Mermaid, or Stuffle. Or whatever this one was called. This one. Okay, I'm definitely not remembering the names anymore. I'm definitely not remembering the names. We have 2 more gens. Beware! It was Beware. There's a Tumblr account, what is it? Dedicated to posting every single Digimon with a poll for people to choose Smash or Pass. But yeah, if I've been spending 3 hours today sorting Pokemon home to address my compulsion, I'm gonna express the knowledge I gleaned. Yeah, you should, you should. I will never forget the mass joy and excitement when Alolan mouth was shown off, followed by the mass despair when we saw Alolan Persian. But he's got the big cheeks. He's got the big cheeks. The round head. In the anime, there was a Beware that stalked Team Rocket and was super affectionate with them. That's the one, right, that like can hug you to death, right? I love that. I remember seeing a comic the first time Stuffle was shown because it has a tag. But that's not like a toy tag, it's like an actual part of its body. Oh, thank you for the pet. Thank you for the pet, Matthew. The amount of people choosing Smash on Garurumon is concerning. Not even where Garurumon? Man. That's crazy. Okay, so out of the normal ones, oh my gosh. Gigantamax Meowth. Let's go with, I kind of like the Zigzagoon line that was like Kiss themed, so we'll go with that. Fire type. Let's see. Ooh, I do like this one, the Typhlosion. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna be saying them by name because I'm like forgetting some of their names now. Best water type. I do like the, was it Cormorant? Grass type. Yo, the apples! The apple dragons. I remember giving, oh my gosh, the curry. Let's see, electric type. Hey guys, hey Babinkubs, what letter comes after O? B. From what I've read from Pokemon 18 fandom, Garurumon seems halfway tame. That's why I'm saying, like, not even where Garurumon? Come on now. Come on. We'll go with dog. Is this ice type? The Darumaka. The Darumaka is pretty funny. The ice type Darumaka. But also the penguin. That was also pretty funny. Fighting type? Who do I like from here? I like this one. It looks like a little bear. Is it a bear? This one? It's like a kung fu bear? Yo, the fairy type Weezing was also pretty good too. Yeah, let's go with the he's like, indubitably. Let's go back to, should we do Umapioi? No, let's do Maka debut. Let me catch up on chat. We need Binka to get into Gundam TCG so we can get Smasher Pass with the mobile suits. Smasher Pass with the mobile suits. Trying to think of like, who would be the lolziest one? No, I feel like no Bell Gundam's too easy. Like, no Bell's good. Not that she's too easy, but that's too like, that's kind of like a given choice, you know? I would not smash her pass Master Gundam, but I would affectionately pet Funsaiki. We'll go with that. Not to be crass, but I felt compelled to comment. Smash every Gundam from Wing. Actually, yeah. It evolves into a bigger bear, 2 forms of different different fighting styles. Binka, I bet you could and would make a team of only bear Pokemon. Yeah, they would be the polar bear one, Ursaring, the Pancham evolution, the kung fu fighting one that you guys just showed me, Spinda. Spinda counts, right? That's a bear. This one, this Ursaring, which I'm gonna pick for that, or I'm gonna pick this one actually, because I know that one is not Relicanth. What's it called? It's the Egyptian one, but it's like, it's English instead. It's British. And then I think this is psychic type. Oh no, this is flying type. Who do I pick? I do like the crow one a lot. I think that one's neat. And now we're at psychic type. I like the slowpoke. I think it's funny looking. And then this is bug type. The centipede one is pretty cool. The flaming centipede one. Oh, but there's also Snom. There's also Snom. Snom. Rock type. This one, the Growlithe one. Ghost type. Let's go. I love ghost type. I love the oh my god, what was this one called? It was like a dragon one, and it has its babies inside, and the babies love being just like rocketed out of the mom. I love that one. Dragapult? It's Dragapult, right? GP03 Dendrobium is Ultimate Smash. I just remember Drawfee did a Digimon Smasher Pass a while ago. It's not exhaustive or up to date, but it's all I could think of for a good base. I'm down to check it out. That's Ursaluna, evolves from Ursaring and Legend Arch. Oh. RCS Legends? Smash every Gundam from Wing, me when I Zex the tall geese. She Zex the Marquise till I tall geese the Epion. Dragapult. Seed is not a real show. You're telling me there's a suit called... Oh my gosh. Dragon type. I love the apple ones. The apple pie ones are really cute. But I gotta go with Dragapult. These goblin ones are really cool too. So these are all the dark type ones. I like the goblin ones a lot. So we'll go with this one, the hairy one. And the Meowth! The Meowth is so funny looking. But also we got the slimy guy. Yeah, we'll go with the Meowth. Fairy type. Yeah, we'll go with goblin guy. Favorite starter out of all of these? We'll go with the bunny. Favorite gimmicky one? Oh, there's a lot. Favorite gimmicky... There's all the Gigantamax ones, right? And variants, I guess? There's a lot. The cake is pretty cool. I think I'm gonna pick the apple one. Just it's a giant apple. It's a giant. What's not to love? What's not to love with that? You know, there's a tradition of the MS girls where the Gundams are drawn as anime girls wearing the Gundam armor. I actually didn't know that. Fireboy. Favorite legendary. Favorite legendary. I did think the one the doggy with the sword was pretty interesting, so I'll pick the... Actually, no, there's this one. There's like the little cub. Now my favorite out of all of these... Dragapult. Has to be Dragapult. Alright, one more gen, you guys, and then we're picking our favorites out of all of the gens. And I think we might actually call it. We didn't do what I had planned, which was gonna be Wiggly art. And then, like, I was gonna talk about Frutiger Arrow for a little bit, but maybe we'll do that the next time I stream, which it's actually not gonna be for another 2-3 weeks. I mentioned it last time, but I'll mention it at the end of this stream as well, but I will be going on a short hiatus, because I'm busy these coming weeks with work. Literally, it's work. It's literally work. It's like work events. It's like various work events before the end of the summer. Yeah. I know, Sag, but also I also need a little bit of a rest period as well before the semester starts properly. But let's do this last row, shall we? So let's see. We are now in what is this? Scarlet and Violet. I did play this game, but I don't think I ever completed it. So I think this might be the only one that I did. No, I don't think I completed Gen 8 either. But we got the Lechon. I also like the, what is it, Tandem Mouse? Some of these are completely unfamiliar to me, by the way. Like, with Gen 8, I at least recognize a lot of them, but here I'm like, I don't even know what some of these are. So, let's do Tandem. No, we gotta go with the Lechon. Let's see. I do like the fire starter. And with his cool like Josuke hair. The Diglett! The Diglett! And then you got the weed cat. I love the grass cat. So yeah, my choices for this row is gonna be like, usually it's gonna be like just based off vibes or starters or like the first evolution, because I'm actually not super familiar with this gen as much. We're still in the art category? Oh no. It's okay, we're doing verbal art. You know what? Yeah, I should actually change that. There you go. There you go. We didn't do any art today, but that's okay. If I had to leave streaming for that long now, I would die. No, yeah, I just need a little bit of a break as well. That's extremely base. I hope we get resource tokens like that in the future. That'd be cool. That'd be funny. Let's see. Dang, these forms are sick. We'll pick this little guy. We're picking based off vibes now. Oh my god, it's Delibird, but he's like mechanic. I know the gimmick is like there's like future and past versions, like primal versions, like cave versions, right? And people were clowning on this one because it's just a flamingo, but isn't the thing that it's based off like the flamingo like lawn decorations? In which case, I feel like I could respect that, sure. Based off vibes, we're gonna go on the Dawn fan train. What is this? The dark type? Poison type. Yo, I gotta go with the, oh my gosh, the Wooper and the Clodsire. Is that what it was called? Gotta go with that one. Ooh, I don't know any of these flying types. Well, we'll go with the flamingo. And then this is, what is this? Psychic type? Oh, I don't- oh, it's the Giraffarig! It's like this, the different Giraffarig. And then this is Bug? Is that a dung beetle Pokemon? That's adorable. And then we also have like an alternate Volcarona. I'll go with the dung beetle. I respect that. I'm gonna sleep, have a good stream. Thank you for dropping by, Fugubi. I appreciate it. Binka hiatus, 2 electric boogaloo. It's true. 2 hiatuses in 1 season. It's crazy. The flamingo is pretty strong for how early you can get one. What's the typing? I'm like curious about it. And then this is rock type. There's Crab Guy. That's kind of the only one I really recognize that isn't also from like a previous gen. If we're going based off vibes, this little like rock dude. And then this is Ghost. Ooh, I do like Ghost. I ain't afraid of no Ghost. I like this alligator ghost guy. Or crocodile. And this is Dragon. This is Sushi, isn't it? Isn't this like a little like sushi Pokemon? And then we have like Suicune but different. I'm kind of digging the Suicune but different. Dark type. Dog. We'll go with the starter. Oh, this guy with the hammer. I love the little bonk hammer. Let's go with the bonk hammer. The little doggy. Little doggy. This one. Gotta go with the Diglett. Ooh, oh, these are the legendaries? They look pretty sick. They look pretty cool. I'll go with, I like this legendary, the one that's on like the, is this the Scarlet one? And then my favorite out of all of these, I'll go with Clodsire. Okay, moment of truth. Moment of truth. We are now just gonna pick out everything from every single gen. Fighting flying. That's pretty interesting. Especially if it's like based off of like a lawn ornament, right? Kinda, I can respect that. I dig that. Okay, so out of all the normal types, which ones do I like the most? I'm gonna go with America Bird. All the fire types, Chandelure. All the water types. I'm gonna go with Slowbro. All the grass types. I kind of like Pumpkaboo. All the electric types. It's between the Thunder Lion and Alolan Raichu. Let's go Alolan Raichu. Ice type? Or is this, yeah, this is ice type, right? Out of all of these, who do I like the most? I'll go with Cubchoo. He's adorable. Fighting? Ooh, the Mucha Lucha guy, the Luchador. Yeah, Luchador. Favorite poison? Scolipede has to go to Scolipede. Favorite ground type? This one's tough, actually. Because they're all really cute. Like Trapinch, Drillbur, Clodsire, they're all, like, super cute. We'll go with Clodsire. This is flying? Favorite flying out of all these, probably Noivern. Favorite psychic? I like Swoobat. Favorite poison? Scolipede! Or this is favorite bug, right? Favorite ground type? I noticed I picked stuff that is like... Well, the whole thing with rock slash ground is like, it's a lot of it is like ancient themed, right? Like, or prehistoric themed. So we have like the Moai statues, we have Archaeopteryx, we have a T-Rex, we got a coelacanth, right? We have a, what should we call it? Not Almastar, I forgot what it's like actually based on. I'm starting to lose my voice too. Let's go with the T-Rex. Favorite ghost? Oh, this is hard because I like a lot of them. Dragapult? Favorite Dwagon? Noivern? Favorite dark type? The Panda? Favorite steel? Mawile? Favorite fairy? The mermaid? Favorite starter? Ooh, this one's tough. I'm gonna go with Fox Witch. Favorite gimmicky one? Should I go with the legs? Should I go with the legs? Favorite gimmicky one? I kind of want to say the Alolan Marowak. Favorite legendary? They're all pretty good, that's the thing. I guess which one would I use in a team? Nah, just based off vibes, I feel like it's either Entei or this one, Cosmog? And then favorite overall. That's kind of like super difficult because there's both Scolipede and Chandelure. But F it. Scolipede. And there it is. We completed it! We did it! Now you know all of my favorite Pokemon. Now let's do it with Digimon. I know, but I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm gonna download this image. There we go. There's like a team box, but I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of tired. So, tell you what, just so that it's not all, I'll probably fill this out later. We'll do one wiggle paint. Obliterates. Oh my god, I didn't know that it made that sound effect. A quick one. Ooh, I know what to do. I know what to do. I'm gonna do it from memory, even. Oh wait, I don't like that. I don't like. That's actually kind of loud. I'm sorry if that like jump scared some of y'all. Let me turn this down so it doesn't jump scare again. How's this? That's still kind of loud, huh? Is there like a sound bar for this? File sounds? Oh, no, it just shows you like the different sounds that there are. So this is a site called Wiggly Paint, by the way. If you want to try it out for yourself, here you go. And this time we'll be back in the art category, but we'll actually be doing art this time. There you go. Yeah, sorry, it's gonna be a little loud, but I'm gonna put the gain down. I'm gonna do this from memory. You guys guess it based off everything that we did today? It's funny because I actually like I have drawn this thing before. Oh my gosh, how does it look? I forgot what it looks like. It's Charizard. No. Wait, how does it look again? Oh, I messed up. I messed up so much. Let's erase that. I put the like sections wrong. Freaking, oh my god, it's Charizard. It's Pikachu. It's not a shrimp. It's not a shrimp. The legs are like cracking me up. Okay, they have like little like mini legs on here. Come on, guys, you can tell who this is, right? You guys are just having a little hee hee ha ha, right? It's a joke, right? Oh, I forgot that's how the tail looks. It's like a hold on, let me. Got it. I'm like crack it up. Oh, the eye should be bigger. The eye should be like much bigger. I feel like that might be as good as it gets. That might be as good as it gets. All based off memory, baby. Scoliosis, hello? At least you got the basic shape. Scoliosipede? Charizard with scoliosis? You guys are so mean to me. You guys are so... You guys are so mean to me. Wait, you know what's interesting? I chose this color. The colors here are based off my own color palette, minus the brown. But this is like this color is like the color of my eyelids. But it's also the color of, oh my gosh, I already messed this up. It's the color of Scoliosipede. See, guys, you don't need to color in the lines. Whoever told you that is a McLiar. Actually, I'm realizing that my color scheme... This wasn't intentional, by the way. Like, the color scheme is actually pretty close to Scoliopede. Even down to the eye, wait. Did I subconsciously choose Scoliopede's color palette when I designed myself? When my parents designed me like this? I'm actually... You have scoliosis! I You guys really want detention, huh? You guys really want detention, is what I'm hearing. You guys are really kicking me in the shins right now. That's what you're doing. There we go. And then we need a little touch of the gray. So wow, these sound effects. Wow, teacher, what's wrong with scoliosis? I can't believe this. I'm actually crying. You guys are making fun of your art history teacher for drawing scoliosis from memory. It's not easy. It's not easy being sleazy. If there's oh no, we're not gonna do that. If there's any lesson that I want you guys to take away from today's lesson is that it's not easy being sleazy. Alright? What did we learn? What did we learn? Oh my god. It's scoliopede. It's scoliopede. Look. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and export this. We're gonna mosh. We're gonna mosh, and then I'm gonna go on hiatus, and you guys are gonna be like, wow, I sure miss our teacher. I sure miss our teacher. I sure wish I didn't make fun of her for having scoliosis and drawing scoliosis from memory. It ain't easy being cheesy. Fun fact, I actually do have mild scoliosis, so the joke's on you, students. The joke is on you. Let's mosh. I hope you guys like my scoliopede, by the way. Actually, wait, one more thing. My other favorite from memory. From memory. I know Chandelier doesn't have those colors, but I'm working with what I got. Oh my god, it literally looks like a child drew this. Oh my god, save. Like, it's Chandelure. It's Chandelure. You guys like it? Say you like it. Say you like it. Say you- oh, that's what it looks like. I knew you guys would like it. I knew you guys would like it. Let's mosh. let's mosh. Scoliopede and pumpculure. Scoliosis-pede. Same as it ever was. Let's see, what will I have you guys mosh to today? I feel like it should be another Simpsons couch gag. It should be another couch gag. Simpsons. Same as it ever was? Same as it ever was? It's too late, I'm already dead. It's too late, I don't know, but okay, let's do same as it ever was. And I think off stream I'll look up, it's too late, I'm already dead. Don't cry for me, I'm already dead. Alright, same as it ever was, you guys. Same as it ever was. I'll actually stop raids, there we go. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna be on hiatus until I think the 10th. I'm also gonna post about it on Twitter, on Bisky, and on my Discord. I'll still be hanging around the Discord, but I just won't be able to stream for the next like week and a half, basically, because I'll be busy with work and stuff before the semester starts. I'm gonna miss you guys. You guys will be good, right? I'm gonna have Mr. Pancakes here watching over you, so don't be too sad. Same as it ever was. I thought you were talking about the Once in a Lifetime by the Talking Heads. This is that song, but with a cute little animation. Moshing to the Simpsons feature couch gag. Have a good break. Hope you can come back well rested. Thank you. Thank you. We'll mosh to this, and if we still feel like moshing, we will mosh to the Simpsons future couch gag. So you could be sad with me. So it's like a 3-part mosh. Once you hear the music, no, I'm not. Skip. Oh, I need to put up the gain. Large automobile with a beautiful wife. Look at him. Flowing under. Same as it ever was. What is that large automobile? This is not my beautiful wife. Water flowing under. There's a lot of people streaming right now that I can raid into. I can't decide. There's Gallicus, there's Same as it ever was. There's Folk, there's Casper Catacini, there's Kyo, Shindigs, Almantas, T-Pain. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. What the heck? No. Simpsons couch gag. Last thing that we're gonna... What a banger, right? Alright. Continue the mosh. Continue the mosh. Wait, what do you mean I won? What do you mean I won? No, it's not rigged. It's not. Same as it ever was. MGK footnotes. It's not rigged. Do. The kitchen cube. I am Simpson. Don't have cowman. Let's go. 0-1. Let's go. You heard him. You heard Maggie. I think we have enough time for another round. While you guys mosh to this. Still love you, Homer. I'll never forget you. All animals can scream, not I. I'm not a screaming bear. Do. Din 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 din. Alright, I'm just waiting for the mosh pit. Who's winning this one? It's the last one before hiatus. Sotenbori versus Orlando. Who's gonna get it? Who's getting it? Oh, there's a med pack. There's a med pack. But Orlando said no. Orlando was like, no. I shan't. I'm sorry, Orlando. I don't know why he did that. I don't know why your little guy did that. That felt like an episode of SpongeBob when Squidward was all isolated. I just got here and I lost already? You didn't just get it here. Well, maybe you went and came back. But we are done with the mosh. Good job, you guys. Good job. I'm gonna miss you guys during the hiatus. I'm still gonna be hanging around the Discord, so feel free to chat. But I'll be back August 10th, I want to say. August 10th? Or at least the week of August 10th. But yeah. Other than that, let's go ahead and raid. We're gonna raid into Almantas right now. He's doing some cool calligraphy with left hand. That looks really good for left hand. Let's see. We live for hype moments in Aura. We die for hype moments in Aura. Exactly. Thanks for the fun stream. Thank you guys for being here. HP advantage. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys. I'll miss you guys. Be good, okay? Be as good as you can be. And we'll raid. I hope you guys have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. And as always, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Bye-bye. Otsubinka! Yahoo! We raid. I'll miss you. Love ya. We raid.